how, you know, if the children working with you, they love the bigger gems. Now they look like something out your Quality Street, or your roses, or of course your Terry's chocolate. Loads of different other chocolates are available, of course. But just look at those. They're like wrappers. Do you know what I'd love to do with that? Like wire, you know, like the frou-frou bit on the end of a sweetie wrapper. Create that out of, or even that lovely wire mesh stuff that or your Sutache, you know, just something to give it that, like the frill of the sweetie, and put them on the tree.
Yeah, you could wrap it in that mesh, yes, and just
twist.
Yeah,
and then a twist. What do they call that?
It is the wire mesh.
Oh, wire mesh then. Yeah, there you go. That'll be the one, won't it? That'll be the one. EZP0. I mean, you could create a little sweetie charm on the design of whatever it is you're presenting. Isn't that beautiful? You've got the blue, and just look at that, the colours through there, the crackle, bright pink. And if you're thinking, why haven't I joined Linda? She's not going to work with me today. She is. I'm going to join her at past, because we were just so excited to bring you so much news, and I want to give Linda the full hour because she's amazing, and her designs are. So we really want to make sure we spend that time in her designer inspiration coming up with the Sutache. Look, I just want to show you these colours. Let's bring on the price point. Oh, marmalade gold. What? It's not the under £5 hour now, young pipster. What are you doing? It's not, excuse me. What are you doing? It's not the under £5 hour. That's later. It's not the hour, it's 5 and 5. That's later, isn't it? Not yet. Oh, he's a crazy chick. He's a crazy cool cat, but we love him. Under £5 is like £5. We haven't got there yet, but there you go, a little precursor. Little precursor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50 pence each, but I'm limited. Gotta move on. Let's go for the big mamas. And I'm not talking about Linda. Look at these. Oh, good genius. Look at the size of those. Actually, I'm looking at the Sutache and just thinking, you know, just Sutaching. And Linda's made headbands. I suppose I shouldn't tell you that really. You know, wouldn't that look beautiful with some Sutache? And we've got some lovely varieties on the Sutache to bring you as well. They're amazing, these are, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. Let me close in with you just so you can see the extent of their beauty. They're big, they're bold, they're individual. Uchki makuchi. Loving the pink. Oh, look at the banding. Hello, sultry. Ooh, rosy pink. Waves. Goodness gracious. Which one are you going to pick? Which is your favourite? They're all unique, they're all individual. They've all got a story to tell. I mean, that, if you get the light behind it, the caramel golds. I've got a cappuccino bundle later on. Loads of you on the phone line, hold that line. Your baskets are open, so you're rolling over that 1pp. If your basket isn't open, get your basket open because you're going to need it today, especially with my Christmas bundle of my charms later on with real silver. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to reach through the screen here. With real silver and the silver-coloured pewter charms. These are gorgeous. Lots of you on the line there, but I've got good availability. So please hold that line. We are very busy today, which is grand to see you. And I must say, yeah, if you've got some texts as well, let me know. In fact, what would you, let's give away something, Pipster. Let's give some scoopage, darling. Let's set a competition. Linda, think of a competition while I'm presenting, darling.
Okay.
Whether it's, you know, to name your necklace, or you think of a competition and we'll give away a scoop.
Okay.
In a bit.
Okay, I'll do that.
She's thinking of a competition.
But get onto it now.
She's
because,
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. JJG, she's going to think of the competition, and yeah. Shall we do that instead, rather than scoopage? They win what, but what if I like it, and I want it? Ha, tough, Fifi. We're going to, whatever Linda designs, in the designer decides, we're going to give away.
Oh, I better start again then.
So make it
away,
good. There we go. So whatever Linda makes out, the designer decides you will win once she's thought of a competition to go with it. Yeah, I know. Let's do it. How beautiful. Let's put a price on these. Lots of that. What? We are not starting that again, young Pipster. I've just had words with you. Oh, for crying out loud. Yes, I'm ready. I'm not ready for this. £7.95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On average, you're gonna get 500 carats. So you might get 9 that are bigger, you might get 11, just like some, but basically that's working out at 80 pence each. I mean, they are stunning. You think about those lovely pink gems we've had. We've got some more maybe coming up later on in a mega bundle, but don't miss out. I'll show you my cheeky little mega bundle. Bungle? That's a rainbow, isn't it? In bungle, isn't it at all? £7.95. Gorgeous, loads of you there. Get that code written down, join in. Hold the line, JJGP42, but again, I'm getting low, getting a bit low in stock, getting a bit low. Shall I show you my Christmas charms? Well, I'll do it. We've got another one, darling, or is that the end of the Pinky Pig? Well, hold on a second. We've got my, stay there, don't go anywhere, because I've got to show you my mega bundle. I'm showing you my charms. Look at my mega bundle. So if there's anything that you missed out on or you want to add, this is coming up at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, when we'll start by. I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at those, the heart shapes, amazonite, the rose quartz, the pink frosted shell, white quartz, cherry, oh, crackle, agate, pyrite. How beautiful is that mega bundle? Can't have it yet though. Oh, naughty. Alrighty, 5 for under 5 now. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Yesterday we were saying how the lapis with Van Cleef & Arpels was being mixed, which is a great jeweler, great jewellery designer. I mean, their shop's beautiful. But he was mixing, they were mixing, I should say, the design house were mixing lapis with aventurine and dyed cultured pearls, and you saw it in earrings and bracelets. Beautiful, Linda.
Yeah, I know.
Very much in vogue.
Yeah, coloured gemstones, massive.
Yeah,
absolutely massive. I think most of the big boutique windows are full of coloured as opposed to diamonds at the moment.
Yes, that's true.
Really,
yeah, they'll always hold their own anyway, won't they?
Oh, of course they will. Of course they will. But they're all in the magazines. Well, I'll tell you a story later on about some pearls I saw, which just blew me away. It really did. So I'll keep that for later.
Well, I'll look forward to that because I've got some pearls later for you. This is a brand new strand, 320 carats. The next section is 5 strands. We're going to do the one each, but you know they're going to be under £5. So what is there to lose? Get on the phone now. If you love it, you like it, you're thinking of mixing it, £4.95. Let me put it with my Christmas pudding bundle. Look at that. This is a brand new strand. This is genuine aventurine, the gem of good fortune and good luck. Look at that with my Christmas pudding bundle. I know, works beautifully. But for that brand new strand, £5. Excuse me, £4.95. Think what you can mix it with. Just beautiful. There we go. Look at those. Isn't that heaven? Isn't that gorgeous? Or it even works beautifully as well with your pink. All right, next up. Now, thank you. Yeah. Well, let's bring the rose quartz because I just had them in shot with that gorgeous green because they are heaven. Rose quartz under £5, you betcha. We got to be dialing. It's first come, first serve. The 5 under a £5. We are in that section right now. I know it seems like we entered it earlier when Naughty Pipster put that thing on for a £5, but I can't even remember what it was. I was so shocked. We want to be cheeky. You've got to be watching another brand new strand. Beautiful rose quartz. It goes perfectly with your pink bundle. XUG P51. If you've missed out on that green aventurine, just ask for it now with that rose quartz. It's perfect. Look beautiful with those other ones, which are cheekily coming up. Let's give you the price on there. I know, £4.95. You don't need to think about it. You love it, you want it. Think about that little girl's charm bracelet that you're going to make with your silver bells and your rocking horse and your Christmas tree and your pewter bell there and your candy cane. There we go. How gorgeous is that going to be? Look, interspersed with the rose quartz droplets on the rice beads. Yeah, £4.95. Isn't that incredible? XUG P51. I know, another brand new strand for a £5. Oh, lots of you there, but hold the line. Do you see both of those? I'm going to layer them up. You can have all 5 for a £5 each. I mean, that's tremendous, isn't it? Let's do another one, darling. Let's do another one. What are we on to now, darling? You see, I put this next to your green adventure. I'm going to sandwich it with the rose quartz. Look how beautiful they look together. This is why you have to get all 5. All 5 for under 5. I know, another new strand for under a £5. We love, love, love on the mid-show bringing you the brand new strands. This is chosen for you and for you only. You have been specially chosen for this today, so well done to you for watching. So that lovely mint light green faceted agate. It's very similar, isn't it, in tone and texture to amazonite, but it's actually your agate. 250 carats. You know what it's going to be, so there's no mystery there. But I'd love those with black as well. £4.95. You have been specially chosen to have my 5 under 5 today, so well done to you. Thank you for watching. A little bit of you on the phone line, but we're answering those calls ASAP. Ring the free phone number, speak to the gorgeous customer service centre. You know, the thing is as well, you've got the money back guarantee to the 31st of January. So order as much as you want and then think, well, actually, this is what I'm going to end up using for my Christmas gifts, and I'll send the other bits back. But what we can't do is repeat the offers again. So just make sure, you know, that you've got it, because you can always change your mind later, can't you? Whereas it's harder to replay something that's sold out or that you can't get hold of, and you just thought, oh yeah, that would go great with that aventurine, that Fiat for under a £5, or where's that rose quartz for a £5 now with me pretty in pink. So make sure, and this is brand new as well. So let's do another one. Another brand new. Look at these potato pearls. I know, that isn't any ordinary potato. Look at these. How beautiful were those three together? Your mermaid colours. How gorgeous are these pearls? Maybe with that charm, you know, I was, you know, for the girls, I was going down the pink, you know, the pink route. But I'll be honest, being a girl, which I am, blue's my favourite colour. So maybe you're the blue baby, the blue charm bracelet. How gorgeous are they? I know, tremendous. And from my bundle, I've got those pretty hearts in the Amazonite, which you can get in my mega bundle later on, and with the charms as well, which I'll bring you as my star buy later on at the end of the show. Mix it with some Snow White. I mean, that is Christmas covered, isn't it? There we go, jingle jangle all the way. These are brand new, and you know they're going to be under a £5. Whoop whoop! I know, under £5, £4.95. Or mix it in with a bit of gold from my Christmas pudding selection. Woof! Yeah, I know. It's going to be gorgininess, isn't it? And we're going to have a competition, don't forget, as well. As soon as Linda wants, you know, we'll decide that in a minute when we go talk to Linda, but you will get the jewellery that the designer decides to make for you today once we've come up with a question. £4.95 though, it's number 4 on my 5 for under £5. So my last one now for you. All right, let's set them up because they're gorgeous. Set them up. Oh, yes, please. Have I picked the right ones, darling? Yes. Hematite, absolute, beautiful, silky luster rounds. Woo, look at that for metallic magic. Oh, it goes with everything. Yeah, it goes, just to prove my point, it goes with everything. The tiger's eye. Oh, if only we could get some more. I know, really rich pink. Bada boom, bada bing bong boom. Definitely. With a baby pink, if you were. Oh, yes, please. With those gorgeous melting moments. I know, just goes with everything. So these were your 5 for under 5. AVJK70. We are getting to your calls. We are answering you ASAP. Please hold the line, because in the next minute we are going to go to Linda as well and the designer inspiration with the Sutache. We're having a quick moment, a quick breather. Let's get the price up, and then we'll join Linda for some inspired Oh, is it Sutache first, darling? Sutache, yeah. The gold Sutache. £4.95. It's the last of the 5 for under 5. So there you have it. There are all the colours. All 5 for under £5 per strand. So there you go. Now, don't go anywhere. I'm going to have a quick moment. All we're doing is regrouping, getting the materials on the desk. We're going to talk about the Sutache. So if you love this necklace I've been wearing, adore these earrings, this is what's coming up. And we're going to explore Sutache with the gorgeous Linda. So if you love that design, you're thinking, oh yeah, you've never worked with the Sutache. Here it is. This is what's coming up with my kit with Linda, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back with you after this.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it, or you'll miss out.
Alrighty, we are ready for some design inspiration with the fabulous Linda. Now, please text us in. Obviously, we're going to have our competition in a moment. 60777. What I'll do is we'll probably introduce that at the end, if that's all right,
That's
Linda,
fine.
because of course this goes out again on a loop. So we'll stick to our Sutache. Now, this is the Sutache kit Linda was working with. So let's just take you through what Linda had to work with, and then we'll explore the techniques with our guest designer. So we've got these gorgeous gold pearls. These are sumptuous. I mean, that is the epitome of gold. Think your 9-carat gold, you have got it in those genuine cultured pearls. Gilded lily, this is the kit. I mean, look at the shine on those. Aren't they inspirational? Then contrasting with that, we've got our black gems, and we've got them in a whole array of different sizes. Now, I'm just going to double check what my black gem is, simply because I've got 4mm, I've got the 2mm, and I've got the 8mm. So in the actual black gems, the 4mm are black agate. They are 35 carats. Actually, they're 3mm, and these are my black spinel. I know you've got black spinel in there. Only the best black gem the planet has to offer. And then 145 carats. So this is why it's so hard to tell, isn't it? Of the actual black onyx as well there in the 8mm. Added to that, we have the 0.25 gold coloured copper wire, and that is 100 meters. Added to that, we have the headbands. We have 5 of these gold coloured tiara bands. Added to that, we have the Sutache cord gold coloured, and these are 3mm, the beige, and we also have the beaver brown, and you get 3 yards in each of those. We also have the coffee bean ultra suede foundation for the Sutache, so that's in the coffee bean foundation sheet, I should say. And I think, is that everything? Have I mentioned everything there? Yeah? Yeah, the hairbands, we said that. We've got the cord, we've got the wire, we've got the 4 gemstone strands. So let's just bring up, yeah, that's everything I have mentioned today. So this is what Linda worked with. And I've stolen some of the jewellery, obviously I'm wearing it. Now, actually, to buy all these components separately for the gilded lily, we are looking at just shy of £50. But of course, today we want to inspire you with our resident designer, Linda, and give you great offers and get you started on your Sutache journey. And I can say today as well, I've got a lot of Sutache additions to you that we can integrate and we can use once we've seen how to work with it. Also included in today's show to add to your basket. So it's not just, if these aren't your colours, we have other colours to explore and other cords and bundles as well. So there's a lot in the Sutache that can start our journey. So if we just look at some of the designs here, so we should be looking at over £50 for this collection. So this is our pearl, our onyx, our agate, Sutache cord. Beautiful, isn't it? And then of course, the headbands. Very regal. Well, let's get a price on. How beautiful is that? How stunning. You think the plastic hairbands, $34.95, and we should be looking at over £50. Imagine how, you know, if you've got some of those pink gems from earlier. I mean, this isn't necessary from the kit, but Linda wanted to show it to us because this is what we're going to design. Yeah, so if you had some of those beautiful pinks from earlier.
Yeah,
so
this is the technique that we're going to explore this afternoon, which is quite diverse actually, because it makes fantastic necklaces up the neckline with a Sutache pendant, and also you can imagine that as a bracelet.
Funny enough, that's how I saw one of my pearl necklaces, just some black Sutache, curling between white pearls, and that was the necklace. And then she's also made, because I sort of nabbed them straight away out of the kit, just to show you that you don't necessarily have to go all the way down the Sutache route. But look at those, how gorgeous are they? Take it away, Linda.
Right, okay. Well, as we've just said, that we're going to do the hairband here with this sort of wibbly wobbly up and down technique. I knew we got a pink section today, so I couldn't resist but do a pink one as well. But that's just to show you what the hairband will look like, and it can obviously be done in so many colorways. I mean, as Fiona's just said, we've got so many gemstones on this afternoon that are just superb for Sutache, probably with up to an 8mm pearl down to the 3 mils are going to look absolutely stunning. Now, on the last Sutache show, I showed you how to wrap a cabochon, and prior to that, how to wrap a round bead, and I was just using singular Sutache braids at the time. And I did say that you can use more than one braid at a time.
Right.
So this is how we're going to start off this afternoon. We're going to start off working with 3 Sutache braids in one go. Okay, so settle down and watch carefully, because it's not a quick fix.
No.
And it's you do need to concentrate a little bit, because it's very visual, obviously. So I hope we all get on okay.
And if they have any questions,
absolutely,
text
yes,
us in.
please do.
60777 if you want to speak to Linda, something you're struggling with your Sutache, or you're new to Sutache, and please don't think any question is a daft question. There's no such thing.
No.
I try to think of as many obvious questions as possible, but please text us in. We'll get that text in now. Send your message to James Studio. This is about you. The show's about you. We'd love to hear from you. 60777, and we can ask Linda direct while we're together today.
It's actually great to get a text question in, because if it's something I'm not particularly familiar with, then I just love finding these things out.
Exactly.
It helps me as well. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how weird it sounds to you, please, as Fee just said, text in. Right, now cut 3 lengths of Sutache. We've got the beaver brown and we've got the beautiful gold here, and we've also got some other colorways coming up in a little while. Now, I've chosen, you could choose to use self color, which is all 3 strands the same, or you can have 2 and then a central strand, which is what I've chosen to do. So I've cut 2 of the gold lengths. Now, I haven't cut these incredibly long, but if you imagine the hairband, on the bead board's great, you can measure the, if I can put the hairband, I've never actually done this, but if you put the hairband roughly to the centre with a nought, I'm thinking that if it was straightened out would be about 18 inches long.
That's handy, isn't it? On the curve, you've got centimetres
exactly.
there,
We go
so
to the nought.
judge.
Yeah, we've got centimetres, we've got inches. So I reckon that's going to be about 34. My maths isn't that great, but that's when it's straightened out, be 34, 36 centimetres, 18 to 20 inches. So with Sutache, we're going to do this up and down weave. Then we're thinking of 18 inches on a straight. We're going to weave it up and down, and we're going to curve it. So let's say for safety reasons, let's say put a third on again. So put another 6 inches onto that. So we've got about 24, 25 inches of Sutache cords in all of the different colorways. Also, when you take Sutache, these are just little top tips. When you take Sutache off of the cards, I've mentioned it before, but if you take a thumbnail and the soft part of a finger and simply just drag it along, it'll straighten out those little sort of folds. When things are packaged, you get little folds in them, but the warmth from your fingers and that little bit of tension on there will straighten them out enough to work with without giving yourself you don't want to be having Sutache and then come to a real crease, a real angle in it, because obviously Sutache, by the very means of going round rounds and ovals and teardrops, is it's nice and curved. So about 2 to 3 inches in from one end, because we need to keep an end, this is quite critical, we need to keep an end on the salvage end, because that is where we're going to finish it off and turn it back in on a 1 row, okay? So about 2 inches in, take one of the gold and then sandwich in the brown. Now this is probably the trickiest part. It's a bit fingers and thumbs, but once we get cracking along with it, we're okay. So if you can see, I've got all of the flat sides in, okay? So if you imagine the Sutache braid having that little ditch in the centre, that's where my needle's got to go through. So in a perfect world, we want those ditches lined up, parallel. If you're actually stitching through the ditch, I can't repeat these things too much, to be honest. It took me a while for it to click with me. But if you feel some restriction when you're putting your needle through, particularly when you're working with more than one strand at a time, it's because you haven't hit that ditch. The ditch is there to hide the stitches, okay? The stitches get pulled into the dip, and that's literally what hides the stitching. So we've gone about 2 inches in from the salvage end, and then we take a needle. Again, these are size 12 needles, beading needles, pearl needles. They're very fine. So like me, I would suggest that you probably thread up 3 or 4 at a time. There's nothing more frustrating than getting through a Sutache piece and then having a small amount of cotton left over, and you think, I can't knock that off, I can't glue that off. I may have pulled the cotton out of the needle, so I'll just pick up another needle and get on with it while you're in the right zone, if you see what I mean. And then you can come back, because it's stitched in, and it's well stitched into Sutache because they're tiny stitches, then you can just trim it off at the end. So we've got our lined up Sutache cords. Now taking the needle, we're going in through the top of the Sutache, and then we're heading through the ditch, through that, make sure that you've got the second one, okay, and that's gone through like butter. Pull it through, and again, something I always have to mention with Sutache, tension is 0, okay? Don't give that a pull, because you'll pull the cords into each other and you'll just get a little sort of crease. And then where the cotton has exited, excuse my hand shaking, it's a nerve on my wrist that I always have trouble with when I do Sutache. I think it's the concentration. Pull it back through to the outside. Don't worry about this external salvage to the cotton there, because when we're finished, again, I'll trim that off. And sorry, I hadn't mentioned that to put a tiny little knot. I've put an overly large knot there, just so that you can see I have knotted that cotton in the first place. But if you do a double knot on this very fine Eslon thread, you'll notice it's almost invisible, and it will go into the ditch, and you won't see it at all on your finished piece. And then come back in again, probably about 1/8 of an inch from that start point. Let me just clip that off just so that it doesn't confuse you as to which thread I'm using. I think I could do with some new scissors, Fee, if you want to buy me something for Christmas. That'll be cool. Right, now we're pulling through, okay, no tension again. Now at this point now is where we're going to thread on our first bead, whether it's the gorgeous black onyx or whether it's a pearl. We'll put a pearl in. Now you'll notice these pearls aren't particularly, all of them aren't particularly round, but I like that. I like to see a pearl that is non-round in Sutache, and I can't tell you why, but I just do for some reason. It just adds that little bit of a hand-created look to it somehow. Right, so we've put our pearl on. We bring our pearl up to the Sutache, okay, and then switch it around. Let me just switch it around, because we're going to be working towards the long end, this long end of the Sutache, not the short end. And then what we have to do, apologise if my hands get in the way, but it's quite difficult to show this without getting my fingers in the way. So then we pull the Sutache cord around the pearl, literally wrap the pearl with the Sutache cord. So we're heading for the point at which the cotton is exiting the pearl. Now at that point, taking care to keep the Sutache as parallel as you can. See where that thread is exiting, and then go back through the layers of Sutache, keeping the cotton away from the salvage end, and pull through. Okay, so we've pulled that through. So now effectively we have our pearl. If I turn this round, I can show it you once I've got it all layered up, bearing in mind that we are working with 3 layers. So we have to keep on making sure that the layers of Sutache, if you can see my fingers a little bit in the way, but you see the layers of Sutache there? Okay, and the pearl is now sitting in there. Now what we need to do now is to go back through the exit of that last row, as it were, the exit of where we've just got the Sutache attached onto the pearl. Okay, now don't worry if this falls apart, because we're looking for the hole in the pearl that last thread has exited. So we've popped it back through the Sutache, okay? We hug it back around the pearl. We've now got the Sutache with the cotton going through it. We've got the needle going through the pearl, and we're going to come out, keeping the Sutache as neat as possible on this side as well, keeping it as parallel as you can. Hit the inner Sutache, the middle Sutache, and the outer row of the Sutache. Okay, bear with me until I find it. There it is, and pull back through. That's going to give the pearl a little bit more stability now in that Sutache cord. Right, now the next thing that we have to do is to make sure it's the very first one. See what's happened there? Look, I haven't hit that middle Sutache cord, so I need to pull that out a bit, and I'll sandwich that back in, but I haven't hit that one, so we're going to bypass that and bring it back through. So now we need to hit the Sutache cord again and come down just beyond the pearl, okay, just beyond that pearl, so that that Sutache cord now is underneath the pearl. Bring it through, and then taking one of the little spinels, we find the hole in the spinel, let it drop down, okay, let it drop down to beyond that pearl, so it's just sitting there, and then bring the needle, this is where I'm going to try and retrap my Sutache cord, back through 3 layers of Sutache, okay, and pull through. And that is another thing that please be careful when you're doing Sutache, is to do it slowly, because as I've just done here, we've got the cotton has caught itself around the Sutache, and I think I made it even worse now.
Sorry to...
It's fine, you carry on while I get the cotton out of here.
No, I was just going to ask Linda, and forgive me if you've already said this, because Sandra in Merseyside said, and I can remember if we've already answered this question, but anyway, thank you, Sandra, thank you for your text. She says, does it matter what size you use when you're wrapping around? Is there a perfect size, an optimal size? Is it 6 millimetres, an 8 millimetre?
Yeah, in the gemstones, in the beads that you're using. Yes, basically, I find that an 8mm round is probably as big as I'd like to go when wrapping around. Anything less than the 8mm is absolutely perfectly fine. If you're using cabochons, which we did on a previous show, then you can literally have them as big as those that we've just had. You know, those fantastic agates that we had earlier. That's where you can really excel on the size of your gemstone, is if you go for cabochon pendants and things, and these beautiful pendants that we've done before. You can have those as large as you like, but when you're going with rounds, I think 8mm is probably the biggest to go. Right. Down through, certainly with pearls, you can go all the way down then to say 3mm pearls. Yeah. 6mm stones for me are the absolute that's well, I like to use those are the perfect. So let's say let's say 75% 6, and then there's another 25% that you can probably go on to 8s if you really want to. But 6 downwards, and then your tinies, you can go right down to our tiny 2mm seed beads.
A good question, Sandra. Thank you for that. Do text us in. We thought of I know you've probably got a question anyway, but we thought maybe we could name this design while we're talking to encourage everyone to carry on with the text. So if you can come up with a name for this design, if I just grab your, because we're going to do it in the gold, the hairband that Linda's showing us. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, darling.
No, it's fine. I've just untangled mine.
Come up with a name for this style in the hairband, and then you will win the jewellery that Linda is going to make in the Designer Decides in today's show. So if you send in your text, but make sure you give us your customer number. Send it to James Studio to 60777, but give us your customer number. Obviously I can't show the text, but I can read it out, some of your ideas, because then we know who the winner is. Linda can pick a winner, and we just need a nice name for this beautiful design. Now, Linda's got the opal, she's using the opal, and what else are you using?
So far, I've got the, is it pink? What's the pink amethyst? Is it? No, it's not.
Yes, pink amethyst and the pearls. She's got one more chance to decide on, and whatever she makes at the end of the show, you will win. But we need a nice name for this design that Linda's showing us. So send in your text now to be a winner. So
right,
let's carry on.
So now we've come around the pearl, the gold pearl, okay, and we've popped on the little black spinel just in there. And we've taken the needle through the 3 layers of Sutache on the opposite side. So that little spinel there, effectively, when we pinch these Sutache cords together for this design, is going to hide. Not only is it going to be decorative, but it's also going to hide the little gap that appears at the bottom of a gemstone when you're doing Sutache. So the next step is we've sandwiched that spinel in there. So I'm now going to push my needle back in at an angle, and then I want to go beyond that spinel. Okay, so I've not gone back, I've not put my needle through the spinel. Okay, I'm going down just below it. So go down through the 3 layers on the one side that the thread's exiting, and then we're passing the bottom of that spinel, and then we're heading for the 3 layers on the other side. So you can see where we're going. We're going to sort of end up pinching that in. Again, don't use too much tension, but that does need that little bit of a pinch, okay? And then exactly the same, follow the pathway through with the needle so that it's coming back through all 6 layers and out the other side. Let's just get that through. Sorry, I do apologise, it's just the angle. When you're working on Sutache, you'll find that you're using it very close to your body. It's like any sewing, it's quite close, and the elbow goes out. I'm trying to stretch out here just for the camera. So forgive me if I get my hands in the way. So we push through. Okay, obviously you can take a lot more time at home. This isn't a quick fix thing. It's a fabulous creative hobby to do. And you can take all the time in the world, pick it up whenever. Now what I'm going to do now is go back through. You can go back through several times on that, because we really need to make sure that that spinel is sandwiched underneath the pearl. Right, now we're going to pull through. Now we can get rolling now. Now make sure that final exit of the thread is coming out on the side of the long cords, okay? Not the short cords. We want it to come out on the long cord side.
Why is that, darling?
That's because that's what we're working on. This is our salvage edge that we're going to tuck around at the end, but we want to exit on the long one, because that's where we're working along in our up and down. So we need to go through one more time, exit the needle right in that corner, okay, there, and pull through again. Then that has now come out just below the pearl, okay? Sorry about that. That, as you can see, is what happens when you don't catch a Sutache. That's my middle row of Sutache. Now, I'm hoping that's not going to happen again on the next of the row. But rather than, you can rewind at home, I can't. So the next thing we're going to do is take one of the black onyx, okay? I'm doing a row of black onyx with a row of pearl on the top. Let that drop into that corner, and then take you have to keep swapping hands, take the longer length of the Sutache cord, measure, if you can see where that pearl is, sort of the hole in the pearl on the exit is coming up to that wrap there on the Sutache, right? So if I put my finger just about there, and then pop my needle back through hopefully all 3 rows of the Sutache cord and pull that through. Okay, now that is wanting to wrap itself round. That's exactly what I want to see. We're starting the pattern now. If I can flip that over, we're starting the pattern now, coming up and down. Okay, so there we go. So hold on to the Sutache cord with some tension, but don't use tension when you're using the cotton, but hold on to the Sutache cord with tension, and then just do a couple of very small stitches from this is what we call an outside shaping stitch, okay? a couple of stitches from the outside through all 3 ditches, okay? Very small one now on an inside shaping stitch, so we're going to backtrack but just come out very slightly down, okay, and pulling it round. And then you can see now that that's heading up towards the curve in that previous one. So now what we need to do is to bring our needle almost in the same place, but don't split the threads, okay? So almost in the same place on the exit of that last stitch that you did from the inside. Bring the cotton through and then pop on another spinel. Now this is going to become just a complete repetition on the whole thing. As I say, this design you can use. It's great for hairbands.
Oh, it's so
obviously
stunning, yeah.
It's great for neckline. If you've got a nice big sort of multi-element here and you want to make a tiny little wiggle up the necklines, it looks absolutely perfect. Later on in the Sutache journey, I can show you how to make clasps just using gemstones and the Sutache. You don't need to use any findings whatsoever. So we've got a way to go, but it is well worth that journey. So we've now put our little spinel on there. Now we need to come up now on a line with the last one. So we need to hit the Sutache of the previous wrap, bring it through all 3 layers out. Make sure you've hit the ditch, bring it through the 3 layers out of the inside of that previous wrapped pearl and pull that in. Okay, so there's our next, you can't quite see it against the black, but there's our next little spinel nestling against that black onyx. And then we need to trace that line again by going in the side of the pearl through the 3 layers, miss the bottom of that spinel. Okay, don't go through it, just miss it by a hair's breadth into the Sutache that you're now wrapping, making sure that your cottons don't I'm sorry that you have to keep these excesses there, I'm afraid, because they finish the piece off properly, so don't be tempted to get angry with them and cut them off.
So once we've been through that spinel once, we don't travel through it again?
No, we don't travel through it again. We
under.
just lock it in that once with that one thread, and then it's a matter of going underneath. And then again, trace that path through, bringing the needle out by that previous pearl, pull it in, go back in, exactly the same. Now you just need to put the needle in at an angle to find the Sutache ditch. Literally put it in at an angle, because they're a size 12, you'll find that you end up with a fantastically concave bent needle, because they're so fine, but which is great because we're always working in sort of circles. So you can see now that we've gone in through there, we've sandwiched that next one, okay, and now we're just going to do a repetition on a theme. We're just going to get the next pearl and pop that on. Find again where that pearl wants to sit as you turn it and wrap it, and pop it back to there. Roughly see where it's going to go. If you're sort of doing it like I'm doing it at the moment, where I'm not wrapping it round, I'm measuring it, it's only because I've done it a few times now and I sort of know my millimetres for the size of that pearl. It's about a 7mm pearl, so roughly that's roughly 7 mils. So pull the needle back through. So we're starting again the next wrap around. So again, take the Sutache around and then start to wrap that pearl by just threading the Sutache cords together. You see, what happens is once you've started this design and you've got more to hold on to, strangely enough, it becomes more tactile and easier to manage. So you can see now I can sort of hang on to that little bit, and now so we're coming in here doing an inside shaping stitch, back through the Sutache, pull it through, so that's coming through in the centre. Again, an outside shaping stitch is always done on the outside, that'll pull it round, and inside shaping stitch will pull it in, okay? So again, we need to just come back just a little smidge, just probably 1 mil from the last stitch. Bring the needle through. I'll do this for the last time before we start actually putting this onto a hairband. Pop on your spinel, pull your needle through, and then bring the Sutache round to in line with that previous spinel, okay, and hit those 3 cords that are wrapping the previous bead, and bring it through. So bring that through, bring it back through underneath the spinel, tuck it into there so that you've got all 6 Sutache cords are pinched in together, and then just keep doing that exact same look. Let me move this one over and show that.
I love the way the spinels are a cheeky little, they fill, but they add so much, don't they? It's beautiful.
Do actually, yeah. I mean, this is the design that you're getting there. Now you can make that as long or as short as you want to, okay? Now, to add onto the hairband, this is where we're going to use our 4 mil wire, is first of all, it's a matter of deciding if you want to go symmetric or asymmetric, because the other hairband I've made there, which has just got like a Sutache pendant on it, which all of this came out of the same bundle. Everything came out the same bundle with loads.
That's
and
the
loads.
bundle up here that we're just showing
absolutely.
you here.
Honestly, there is tons left over for you to make regular.
Yeah, the necklace I'm
jewellery
wearing
with.
came out of the kit as well, and the earrings. It should be over £50. It's on the screen. Just very briefly. Actually, while we're just stopping there, Linda, would you mind if I bring the other Sutache kit on, darling?
No, that would be great.
The colours?
Please
just because it's a halfway point, if that's all right, my darling.
Please.
So just in case, you know, this is the gold that Linda is working with the bronze and our gilded lily, but we also have the same kit where we've literally bringing you different colorways.
This is a real party one, this
isn't
one
it
is,
just?
Yes.
Yeah. Party in pink, indeed it is. And thank you for your text to name the hairband that we're working on. We've had lots of lovely texts. Right, so this is just an alternative to create something that Linda's done, or the necklaces, but in a different colourway as well. So this is Party in Pink. So of course, given that it's the Sutache we're talking about, we've got it in the pink, and you get 3 yards of each, the bright pop pink and the lovely silver as well. Oh, sorry, darling. I do apologise. There you go, the Sutache in the silver and the pink. You get 100 metres of the silver coloured copper 2.25. Now, this is what Linda's just going on to use in the gold, the 0.25. You get the violet purple ultra suede backing sheet, which isn't necessarily on this hairband, but Linda's used it on the necklace that I'm wearing, and I know she demonstrated that before. It's the backing for pieces such as this. It just gives a nice finish on the back there, or sometimes for attaching a large cabochon, a flat back pendant onto around which you then create your Sutache design. We've also got 150 carats of beautiful labradorite, and this is sparkling. I can see blues and pinks coming off my labradorite. 7.5 millimeters. I've got 10 carats of the 2mm black onyx, and then another 10 carats of the 2mm rose quartz. And then that hot pop pink of shell pearl in the actual 8mm rounds, which you know is perfect, as Linda said. And we've also got, because I know we haven't got the hairbands in this, but you can get the hairbands separate on our website.
Yes, that's right. But I've included, is that one?
The 1.25. Yeah, the 1.5 actually.
Included the 1.5 wire in this particular kit, because I know a lot of people like to make their own hairbands, and with the 1.5, obviously it's suitable for structural pieces. So you can either twist 2 of them together, or just use one on its own. One on its own will be fine. If you want to hammer it slightly, we've got the hammer on the website.
Later I'm going to bring you the hammer and the steel block.
Brilliant. Yeah. Hammer that with your hammer and steel block, so that you've just got a nice flat edge onto that wire, and make your own hairband. And then you probably got, goodness knows how many hairbands there.
Yeah. But we do sell them separately anyway.
Yes.
But it was just going down the silver theme to time with the wire and the labradorite and the hot pink there. So this is our party in pink to emulate what we're doing right now, or the Sutache designs we've done before. QIG C42. Now remember, the gilded lily, you were looking at over £50 and we gave it to you $34.95. For our pretty in pink, we're going to match it, so we should be looking at over £50, but brand new today, $34.95. So that is a good £15 saving. We know how expensive the wire is. 100 meters there of the 0.25, and 1.5, 10 meters there of the 1.5. So you get such a great deal there. 4 gemstone strands in this one, 2 Sutache cords with your violet backing there as well. So it should be well over £50, and you know that because of the colour of the wire. So steel blocks at the bottom of the screen and the hammer coming up, but we do sell them on the website obviously, but do watch for that later on as well. I'll bring you those later, but they're at the bottom of the screen there if you want the codes. But the other thing is, when you ring up our free from number, you speak to the call centre and you just say, actually I'm after the hammer that Linda's talking about to shape my wire and texturise my wire and flat my wire, or I'm after the steel block, so they'll be able to help you. So that's your chasing hammer at the bottom of the screen now. So we'll keep with the pink, but so we can emulate the design that Linda's shown us. Mix and match, have them both, yeah, absolutely. But we'll continue our demonstration, and at the end we'll pick a winner to win the designer jewellery, the designer choices of today at the end of the show. So over to you, darling.
When you come to the, sorry, I didn't mention, but when you come to the end of your Sutache work, your finishing work, I said we've got the salvage end on the one side and we're working towards the long end of cords on the other side. Obviously we're going to have some excess on both ends. So all you need to do is work it in exactly the same technique that I've just showed you. So we've come to the end here, okay? We've come to the end on that one, and you can see there's just the one. I've just worked in that one black onyx. Do it in exactly the same way. Now I'll flip this over to show you what I did, and then you just sew in this very last one here. You just sew in the ends through this previous pearl one, okay? Leaving your excess, just that you probably have an excess out 2 or 3 inches out of the other side. And then once you've sewed those in, and sew back to front, literally through the layers of Sutache, because the Sutache will soak up the stitches. So don't worry about just working on the back of it. Just go straight in the Sutache and straight back out through the Sutache, and follow the same pathway all the way through, and that will stick that excess Sutache down behind that very last bead. And then pop a little bit of glue on a point where is the point where you want to cut the Sutache off. A little bit of glue, give it a minute or two just to go a little bit tacky, then cut through it. And then you won't be plagued by a Sutache by its own very makeup and nature phrase. So simply cut it off there. It won't fray anymore. And then I suggest what you do with these very last 2, which is a figure of 8, the last 2, is use them as a template onto a little bit of tracing paper, greaseproof paper. Do that image with a pencil. Then cut that through, cut that out, and pop that same image then onto your backing that we included in the kit, and whip stitch that to the back. Just the 2, not the whole one, just the first 2 and the last 2. Okay, and then you'll have sort of 2 sort of ends that are really tidied up, but don't do it on the rest of it, because I tell you why, we need to use the rest of it to feed our wire through to affix it to the hairband. Right, hairband. Now take a length of the 0.25 wire. I've chosen 0.25, it's really strong. You might not look it, but trust me, it is. Very malleable, very easy to twist, very easy to get through the Sutache layers.
I had to ask, just while we were talking about the sewing there, what cotton did you use to sew through the Sutache? We've got cottons. Well, we should have them. If we're out of stock, I apologise, but they are literally coming into stock any minute. We have these reels of I don't actually know whether Eslon is a trade name. I apologise if it is, but it's basically it's a nylon thread. Okay, it's very fine and it's very strong. So that's all you need.
Okay, we do have that, and there's meters and meters and meters and meters on these spools.
Would monofilament work? Or?
Monofilament, no, don't. When I first started Sutache, when we first started Jewellery Maker and I was playing with it, I did use monofilament because I thought, oh, it's brilliant, you can see through it and you won't actually see it in the design. But whenever you get, if you're outside, just ordinary daylight or certainly inside lights, glint off of it and you can see it.
Thanks, Pat. Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. So no, just use, when you're doing Sutache and you're doing multi-layers, then your first few layers you can use any colour because you're going to end up with another layer on the top. And it's probably best at that point then, until you get a little bit more experienced about hiding your stitches in the ditch, to use a matching thread to the outside layer of Sutache, okay? Right, hairband now. Now what I'm going to do is a little bit against my better judgment, because my head doesn't work that way, is do a symmetric, okay? So put the piece that you've just made, pop it onto the hairband. Okay, just measure it onto the hairband there in a symmetry. You've got very much a centre point. And then, sorry, I've just dropped my wire on the floor. And then, see where it meets the hairband. And that's the point where we need to wrap the beads onto the hairband, but we want to start at the beginning. So, let me move that. Basically, that's where I want my Sutache to start. At that point there. Okay, that's where I want my Sutache to start. So I'm roughly going to keep thinking, when I get my beads wrapped on, I'm just going to start to think, well, am I getting there now? Keep checking that you haven't over wrapped, because then you'll end up with an asymmetrical one, okay, which is fine. But if you want it to come over the other side in exactly the same amount of drop on the other side, then just keep checking. But we're probably about 5 to 6 inches in. So take the hairband, cut a length of workable wire, okay, and pop the wire, right, with plenty of excess onto the hairband. I always start about 1 inch away from the end, okay, and then put it on top of the hairband. That's quite critical because I like to have my gemstones coming in from the top to wrap over and wrap over and over again, okay, and then move the excess over and out of the way and wrap again. Okay, just bring it round another couple of times just to give yourself a lock on that wire. Okay, and then thread on. Now what pattern shall we do? See, sky's the limit. Sky's the absolute limit. What pattern shall we do? We'll do one that's similar onto that one, which
yes, I like that. Up,
we'll
down,
start
up,
off,
down.
Yeah, we'll start off with a pearl and let the pearl drop into tiara making now. I think I've got a little knot in that wire. Let the pearl drop onto the tiara band, okay, and holding the back and holding the pearl, okay, onto the tiara band, pop the wire around the other side of the pearl. And you only need to put it around twice, 3 times if you're a little bit anxious, okay, and pull it through. And then square that up a little bit. And then the next one we'll do 2 of the little black 4 mils. So we're going to pop 2 of these on because we can. But when you're doing something like this, you'll probably evolve your own pattern, because that's the thing about creativity. It evolves into something that's sort of quite you. So we've got 2 on there. So square them up onto the hairband, okay, and pull round again. And then that's nice and tight. Pop on a black onyx, the larger ones. And again, I find when I'm making a tiara, it's nice to actually work on a flat surface so that the bead drops down and hits the tiara band and doesn't sort of fall into your lap. And then again, pull that bead so that you've got it sandwiched on top of the flat tiara band and pull around again. And then just keep repeating that until you come to the point at which you want the Sutache decoration to start. So I'll move on to that now. So we bring the Sutache in, bearing in mind I haven't gone anywhere near as far as I would do normally if I got a little bit more time. The excess wire that you're working with then, just pop it through the Sutache. You'll find that there's going to be a gap between one of the Sutache little twirls, the Sutache braid links, okay, and a gemstone. So pop the wire through and then let that fall down on to the tiara band, and then, excuse me, using my mouth, but I use it a lot in lots of ways. And then the other side, you'll see that you've come in on that side of that gemstone, which is actually where it's sewn into the Sutache. So obviously we've got a little bit of cotton between the Sutache cord holding that pearl in. So you just head for the other side of that cotton, okay, and pull through very gently. Do this really gently so that the wire doesn't get tangled, because you really want that wire to be pushed in and just see it's caught the cotton there, and then bring it through and then head for the very next one, but from underneath. So we take, you're more or less using this wire now as a needle. So we come up from the back, let's just anchor that in there. We come up through the back and find the hole that's at the base of the onyx, okay, and pull that through and then firm it down. Now at this point now we can get in between, okay, we can get in between that spinel and give that a tug round. So we've gone over and under. Don't worry, it'll tighten up. When you've finished, you can, before you actually finish off at the other end of the Sutache decoration, you can tighten it all up before you finish it off completely and get rid of the excess wire. So exactly the same thing then. We've gone through at the base of that little back spinel, and we're coming out beyond the tiara band. So we come back up, because we've wound around the tiara band. So that's now sandwiched onto the tiara band, using the wire as a needle. Come up at the base, around the spinel, at the base of the, there's a little knot there, at the base of the black onyx, and pull that through again and twist it round. See, the wire is now losing itself in. See, the wire's losing itself beyond that little black spinel, and you won't see it. And then exactly the same thing again, wind it around the tiara band, come back out so that the wire is over the top of the tiara band, and exactly the same thing again. Using the wire as a needle, come back through that very next one there, back over the little bobble of the spinel, around the tiara band, back through the back, through the next black one. It's just very much a sewing technique, that is. And then you'll get, sorry, where's the green one? Let's use the green one. You will get at the back, it will all be sewn in and out of these little coils, okay? And then you just continue at the other end to put in an equal amount of the gemstone that you've already threaded on the previous part. And then just remember that when you trim off wires on tiaras, you can either sand them down with a little bit of fine gauge sandpaper, or sort of clip them off very close to the tiara band itself, and then I just pop a tiny bit of glue on it, and just that tiny teardrop of glue on the end of some wire, unless you've got the wire tool that we have, which gives you that little dip in the wire, but 0.25 might be a step too far to use it with because it's so fine. Tiny little bit of glue gives you a tiny little teardrop end, and it won't scratch at all then when it meets the hairline.
And you finished off with just beautiful pearls around the sides.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Gorgeous.
So I mean, it's a technique that you can play around with and make lots of different types of jewellery from. Again, I don't think of it as a quick fix. Take your time over it. Put it down, pick it up. Put it down, pick it up. It's something that you won't lose yourself. You won't lose where you've got to. Just by a quick look at that Sutache piece, you'll know where you've left off. And just continue growing with it.
I appreciate we won't have time for a full demonstration,
right?
But is this something we can talk through in terms of the necklace, just in terms of the Sutache?
It certainly is. I can.
Just to remind you, the Golded Lily the gilded lily is what Linda is working with right now, and at the bottom of the screen we've got the pretty pink pot with the labradorite and the 2 sets of wires and the purples there for $34.95 as well. And both kits should be well over £50. So we're just going to have a quick look. We won't be able to go through it step by step, but just have a look at the necklace I was wearing.
Yeah, I can.
This is where the felt backing comes into play.
I can talk stroke demo this one. Right, this one here is probably one of the most simple forms of beginner's Sutache. To be honest, if you don't want to be thrown in at the deep end. And to do that, all I did was you take your length of Sutache, whatever colour you want to use, and then put a tiny little bit of glue on the end, because as I say, don't think the Sutache is faulty or anything like that. It's the way it's manufactured. It will fray a little. So it's just because it's twisted onto a central thread. So a little bit of glue on there, and then it's just a matter of twisting that frayed edge in, forming a tiny little loop, which is the centre of that sort of egg shape. And then it's simply a matter of working that again. Bearing in mind, I haven't got rid of my, let me see if I can get rid of it without it fraying from just a quick cut. Right, pop it in. Loop it, bearing in mind that you've glued that, so that will now stick back on the bend of that loop, and then simply just get that. It's a bit like doing a coil with wire, but you're just doing it with the Sutache. So just keep it going on itself to get that central point. Once you've got and are happy with that central first coil, which probably needs to be about 4 or 5 coils around, okay? And this is probably where you do need to keep a little bit of extra tension, simply because you haven't got a needle in it. So don't worry about the tension here. Wind it round. That little bit of fray there, I can hide with a gemstone afterwards, but yours won't be there because you'll have glued it. So it's simply a matter of doing that. And then when you're happy and you've got enough to hold on to, take your needle and head all the way through the Sutache. Okay, see that's gone in through a ditch and it's exited through the ditch on the clock face, basically. If this is 12 o'clock, it's exited at 6 o'clock. Okay, and pull through. And then simply bring it round, and then where the Sutache meets the exit of that next row, pop the needle in and pull it through. And just keep working that inside shaping stitch, outside shaping stitch. We've exited on the outside now in that circle effect. So we can now afford, because this is only going to be in the centre, it's not going to be on the outside, we can afford to go a good ½ centimetre along, and exactly the same. Wherever you pop it in, exit at the meridian, really. That's a word, isn't it? On
Lovely word, meridian.
Bring it through, pull it round, bring that thread round, where it meets it, pop it in, and just keep doing that all the way around. So it's basically 2 stitches per round once you've started it off. So you've got this now, you've worked the whole of the thing. When you come to the top and you think, well, that egg now is big enough, all I did was on the exit of my thread, I popped one of the little 4mm beads and did my inside and outside shaping stitch, coiled that around, coiled it around another one, just making a pleasing shape, really, which is basically going to be the bail.
It's up here, Ben. Is that right, darling?
Sorry, Ben.
Just show the bail up here, sweetie. Thanks, darling.
You can see from the work that we've just done, you can see the root of that Sutache.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hitting the corner each time, wrapping around the next bead, coming up, hitting the corner, and then when you finish that 3 bead little drop for your pendant, finish it off in exactly the same way. You can see that top one, I've just threaded it through and round the back, gone through the layers of Sutache, glued it down, cut it off, and then simply literally make a loop. I'll make an oversized loop here, a loop that's going to attach. This is obviously much too big. A loop that will attach and allow you to put your bead and your thread through, stitch it down at the point where it comes together and stitch that back onto the Sutache work piece, and then take your template and put your backing foundation onto the back, and then I've just done a little peyote stitch picot.
Oh, we did that yesterday,
a little
actually.
a little picot stitch around the edge, just using the outside Sutache. Okay, going in again through the ditch and doing a little picot stitch, which is one bead on, followed by 2 on the same thread, going back in, and then you can continue all the way around, threading 3 and just going back in so that the one stands proud.
Yes, we
on the other.
explored that yesterday as well, and then just around.
And then just just literally sewn a pearl in the centre, and then simply worked a circle of the little black spinel around that.
Beautiful.
Sky's the limit, though. You know.
Yes, I mean, and you made the earrings, as we know, which is just a lovely weave.
That's just basically the quadrant weave.
Yeah. So you said there was a lot left over, obviously.
Oh, absolutely amazing lot left over. I've probably got enough to make 2 necklaces and at least another 3 or 4 pairs of earrings.
Now, Jill Greenway has said we should call the headband Sea Breeze. Now, I think Jill's looking at the demonstration one.
Yes, that's fine.
It's the gold one, the gilded lily that we're doing. But nice suggestion there, Jill. Victoria said we should call it Crowns in Pearls.
Nice.
What other ones have we had? Leslie from Liverpool says Golden Dream.
That's gorgeous.
He's got lost days, he's telling me them all. We'll bring you some more throughout the show, and of course, whatever Linda decides in the designer choice, then you will win. So keep your text coming to 60777. What we're naming is is it all right if I just borrow your demonstration one?
Yeah, sure.
It is in essence,
I think...
message James Studio and send it to 60777.
Yeah, I think what we should do is, if this is okay with everybody here, is... what is it that's the prize, Fiona?
The designer decides whatever you choose throughout the show. Now, you've already picked 2 things.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But I will add in an extra. I will purchase and add in an extra strand of something beautiful.
Oh,
so keep them coming in.
Yes,
and,
I like that.
Trust me, I like beauty. I will choose
She'll go for the most expensive.
Yes.
The most expensive, the most limited,
I'll choose
the most
a
beautiful.
really beautiful strand of gemstone.
We're not allowed to give away diamonds, Linda.
That's probably good, because I don't think we've got any this afternoon.
It'll be gorgeous.
Yeah, whatever we've got that's gorgeous this afternoon, I will purchase and send
Linda
to the
has
winner.
exquisite taste, trust me. So keep your suggestions coming, because this is the one we're naming, the gold. This is the design, but this is the one that we're naming, the demonstration that we've just done in the Gilded Lily kit, which already has become, it's not finished yet because we were demonstrating with it, but that is the one we're naming, that sort of design with a Sutache. The Gilded Lily kit is becoming very limited at $34.95, so do bear that in mind. Should have been over £50, but we do have the Pretty in Pink designer one as well. Now, Pete is hovering. Not your Pete. How is he, by the way?
Oh, he's fine.
This other
Thank you very
Pete.
much.
Hello, darling.
This has just been flown in for you. So.
Flown in?
Flown in.
From Brazil.
From Brazil?
Oh, I heard that helicopter. Is that what it was?
You're like Magnum PR, you are. Bring the gin next time, Pete. Right, okay, look, brand new, hot off the press. This is chosen for you. No one's seen these before.
Oh, wow. They're leaves, aren't they?
They are carved leaves, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Carved leaves, brand new, the rutilated quartz. What we're going to do is regroup after a little mini break, and I will bring you these, chosen especially for you, brand new, right after this brief interlude. We've got half an hour together, and then we'll have another designer-inspired choices from Linda. So these are brand new. Shall we bring them in now? Go on, let's do it. They are gorgeous. I'm thinking of those black spinels, those black onyxes you've got in there.
Totally. I mean, the thing is, with the kits that we bought you, this kit we bought you so far, I mean, you don't have to think Sutache, do you? You can, if you're a jewellery maker, it's just as an exquisite a kit to buy, because you can just use the cords as a neckline piece. This is stunning. I mean, Fiona, am I right? Probably not, but some little birdie told me a while ago that there's a possibility that black tourmaline's hiding in there.
Really?
Yes,
that's hiding in the rutilated quartz.
Yes, some of the black. Sometimes it
creeps in there, does it?
It creeps in. The black tourmaline does, yeah.
Like your diamonds in your chrome dioxide.
Yes.
Well, it can happen. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it all depends what's happened to the Earth's surface at the time, but apparently some rutilated has got black tourmaline in there.
There we have it. Let's get that price up. CHG P34 Magnum PIs brought them in from Brazil. $8.95. And listen, Linda, it's brand new. And you know what I've got coming up later on? I know I'm just very excitable today. I've got a Sutache cord pack, you see.
Oh, wow.
But I'm thinking, look at that, the lovely herringbone grey.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, stunning. And to be honest though, you know, Fee, Sutache is great because you can actually mix Sutache cords to gemstones in completely diverse colorways.
So what else would you pick?
And it'll look anything. Anything. I mean, it will look stunning. That's the thing about Sutache. Some of the best pieces I've ever seen, competition pieces, are the brightest of colours, all merged in together, and it is stunning.
So that's a little
Absolutely
Sutache
stunning.
bundle for you later. Bit of a queue on the phone. Flown in, enough for everyone. Brand new, chosen for you especially, so please don't miss it. $8.95, CHGP34. I want to say big thank you to Linda, but we'll join her in about half an hour's time for another designer hour where we'll be looking at a chain and beading and a waterfall design. Gorgeous. But keep your texts coming as well to name that gorgeous. And remember, Linda's going to choose something fantastic for you as an extra, as well as the designer decides designs that Linda comes up with at the end of the show. $8.95. We'll be back right after this with loads more goodies, including my Christmas pudding designs. I've got my mega bundle still to come. Loads more still to see. I'll see you in a minute.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this Kumahimo introductory DVD. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will guide you through a variety of techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. The new year is fast approaching and we're getting ready to go out with a bang. You can get involved by voting in the annual JM Awards. Check out Facebook from Monday the 25th of November at 10 AM, where we will release a different voting category each day until December the 6th. Get involved with Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
Right, half an hour to go until we meet Linda again. So I've got some Sutache goodies for you, but don't forget, coming up as well, let me just show you my Christmas charm bundle coming up towards the end of the show, as well as my mega bundle as well. Look at these real genuine sterling silver bells, and they do, if you listen, can you hear? Do you hear jingle jangle? Yes, sterling silver. My others are silver coloured pewter charms, but I just wanted to point out that the bells are actually silver. You've got the candy cane, you've got the Christmas tree, you've got the flat bells there, you've got the rocking horse, and then the actual 2 sterling silver bells as well. So that is a little charm bundle coming up later on. I mention it because it's so Christmassy, and so is this Sutache bundle, which I'm going to bring you right now. We have got, and if you think about a little beautiful little charm bracelet, or you know, you could incorporate those in your Sutache designs. We've got 10 of these lovely organza bags, which are beautiful for the rings or the earrings. Very Christmassy, that bright berry Christmas red with the hearts on there, confetti of hearts, and little, well, just hearts basically, just to say I love you. So you get 10 of those. Now Linda showed us a brilliant demonstration, but to take you through it, if there's anything there that you forgot or it needs the repetition, or you want to learn right from the scratch, which we literally did with Linda, but this can take you through the projects. You've got your Sutache DVD, which we're going to include in here as well. Now, normally that's £5. You've got your 10 bags. So this means stop, rewind, start again, learn, you know, again, as Linda's taken it through step by step. So brilliant area of jewellery making to go into. Perhaps you've never thought about it before until you saw Linda today. So let's just really reinvigorate our jewellery making mojo and get started on another avenue of gorgeous design, because you've seen Linda's designs and they are amazeballs. Then we've also got the Sutache Christmas cord. Now look at these for colours, and Linda was bang on the money there when she said, you know, it doesn't matter. She's seen the most exquisite designs where we've gone for colour, 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 and we've got colour. The primary colours are red, yellow, and the bottle Christmas evergreen. You're going to get those 3 Sutache cord packs, 3mm thick, 3 yards of each, forest green, red, and the golden. And then you've also got my beautiful, keeping it with the pearls. Yeah, we've got a strand of the gold pearls. Now we're calling it the peach cultured pearls, but as I always say, I always think that's a bit of an anomaly. These are champagne blonde with a little hint of an orient of pink and gold. They are just sumptuous for any complexion. So we're going to include that as well in our Sutache bundle. So it's a great starter bundle. The DVD, the 3 lots of the Christmas cord, the actual pearls to incorporate, the gift bags once the design is made. Because it could be just the pendant that you make, that you give to someone, or it could be like little Sutache Christmas decorations. It could be Sutache little charms. You know, we saw how to make sari beads yesterday as well with Sarah. Why don't we make our Sutache little beads as well? So LFG C45, it's a brand new bundle. Don't forget those gorgeous pearls as well. Oh, what an introduction. 11, you know those pearls would be $11.95. You know the DVDs are £5 anyway. 3 lots of the Sutache cord. Beautiful. So what a great introduction, and it's not costing an arm and a leg. All the bags, the pearls, the cord and the DVD for under £12. It's a great stocking filler. I know there's a lot of jewellery makers out there that haven't experienced the Sutache, and I really hope Linda has encouraged you today to show you just how accessible it is. And it is, you do have to take your time, but that's part of the pleasure. It's a relaxing mode of jewellery making, but isn't that what it's all about? Just a lovely way to spend the evening. You can have the music, the radio on in the background, find a calm place. Linda sits on the stairs like a latchkey kid. She says she sits on the stairs because no one can disturb her there making the jewellery.
They don't dare. If I'm sitting on the stairs, they don't. They know she wants time to herself because it's a weird place to sit.
And they can't get up the stairs.
Don't come anywhere near me.
Don't come near me.
Yeah.
So she sits on the stairs.
Yeah.
Can't go upstairs. Cat can't even go upstairs.
No.
Can't go downstairs. She just sits on the naughty step where she belongs.
Yeah.
$11.95 for your Sutache introduction. A great stocking filler. Who do you know that loves the jewellery making? Who do you know that would love? Who's a seamstress? Who's a craft maker? Who hasn't even attempted the jewellery making yet? It is that accessible, and the DVD will take you through step by step as if you had Linda in your living room. So it really is that easy, and we've bundled it together as a Christmas stocking filler offer that is unmissable for today and today only. $11.95. I love it. Now I showed you the cord, so shall we do the cord? Let's get all those cords out as well for the experienced Sutache workers. And I've got those fantastic rutilated leaves that were flown in by Magnum PI today. Literally, Pete himself. Let's bring you those cords, because this is where your Sutache is so exciting. I mean, think about those pearls with that blondie, that beautiful blonde golden Sutache here. I mean, that is, if you want to, you know, diversify, or, you know, think about the mixes you could have with something like the pearls in between. I know, wouldn't that be gorgeous? Because what Linda was doing with the gilded lily reminded me of a chocolate wafer. I couldn't stop thinking about chocolate wafers because it was the sandwich of the chocolate in between the biscuit gold. Just me then. There we have my deep beige. We have my beautiful navy blue. We have my royal blue. We have my lavender. We have, they call it smog, which I don't find very attractive, but it's the lovely linen stripe. I think it's more silvery. I'm sure Linda will agree with me, more silvery, but great as well with those gorgeous charms we've got, you know, like the candy cane charm and that, because there's kind of that dark and oxidization there of the silver look on the pewter, which I think just ties in beautifully with that herringbone in the Sutache. We've also got that in the beautiful blue, the navy blue striped Sutache. And that with the navy, I know, with the navy and the stripe, wouldn't that be gorgeous? And then we've also got the bright lime green, and you see these two just, you know, they pop, don't they? And the bright deep magenta there. So 30 yards in effect, because you get 3 yards of each. A bundle of 10 of the Sutache cord. We bundled it together for a great saving price. Let's bring you that now. Loads there, working out at £1 for 3 yards. My goodness. There's loads there. Swap and mix with a friend. Stocking filler, great for the experienced Sutache worker, or even not, just thinking, I'm going to start my Sutache journey today. And because we're going to bring you such great gems later on, we're going to, you know, and we haven't already, you know, you've got the pinks that we had earlier to go with the lavender. We've just had that brand new retail quartz to go with the herringbone and the smog. I've got the pretty in pinks from my mega bundle coming up as well. We can mix and match those colours. I've got my Christmas pudding. What would we put with my Christmas? There's my Christmas pudding bundle. So you've got your green there to make and you've got the green and the gold to make, you know, to make them pop, or the magenta there with the green and the, oh yeah, poppity pippity pop pop pop. So let's get our Sutache stash in order. You need to be dialing now. £1 each, they don't sell for £1 each normally. So there it is. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10, isn't there? Is the 9? There's 10. Is there 9? I can't count. 3, 6. Oh, 9. I can't count at all. 8. I can't. Seriously, I need to go home. 8. Where did I'm giving them away, Linda. I'm giving them away. I'm inventing 10. There's 8. It's fantastic, isn't it?
It really, really is. I mean, I haven't seen anything on online under, I think it's £1.95.
Well, there you go. This should be £16.
Yeah.
This should be £16. And you're getting 8. It is definitely 8, not the 10 I invented. 8 for £9.95. And Linda just said she hasn't seen anything that tantamount to that for 3 yards for at least £2 each. So dial the free phone number. You know, you can get that DVD, give it a go with that last bundle. It transforms your designs. It makes your gems go even further. How striking was that headband and that beautiful necklace, and you know, surrounding cabochon pendants. It's so ornate and easy, needle and thread, and away you go. And again, it frames your gemstones in a way that you've never seen before. For under £10, you've got all of those beautiful colours. 8 of them for under £10 today. MPG C17. I'm loving the Sutache. We have got good availability, so just dial right now. But again, it's like anything, you know, it's on, it's gone, and then when you're trying to get it back again, they're going very, very quickly because people are buying 2 at a time. They're thinking great stocking filler idea, because of course, you know, there's so much in that for under a tenner. That's what we like, and we will have our under a tenner section later on as well, because you know, we know it can be expensive this time of year as it is. So if we want to fill that stocking and that, you know, go on a new jewellery maker journey, then this is the bundle to get with the last bundle. Big savings to be added today with Jewellery Maker, today and every day. Yeah, let's do some findings so we can put our beautiful Christmas jamboree charms with them. Have I showed you my mega bundle? Yeah. Now we've got the pewter charms. I'm going to keep them close by, but I've also got these fabulous findings for you now. Here we go. Let me just turn those upside down. These are my pewter, the cord ends. What's the official name, darling? What's the official name for these? My pewter dome beads. So of course, bead caps as it were, but we can. I thought it was to collect a lot of cord, I'll be honest, when I saw, I don't know why we can't, but it actually caps a bead as it were. So let me just take one off, say, there we go. Can make it look like a little Christmas bauble, can't it? It's a little hat, yes. It won't stay on there, but it will when you've set it. And then your thread, I'm showing you from a side drill point of view, but then it would go through. So they actually just add that little buzz of colour and light and finish to your designs, and you get 10, you definitely get 10 of these. I've definitely counted that right. They're silver coloured pewter dome bead caps. We could put them together, just make a complete another bead itself if you wanted to. End to end. End to end, like a Diablo. Gorgeous. We don't have to just use them in the function that they're designed for. But again, a little bit of zhuzh, a little bit of light, a little bit of metallic reflection, a little bit of glamour as well, and finish to your professional designs. And it does add that edge of professionality as well. GLFM58, here comes the fantastic price. $6.95 for 10, definitely 10 in this bundle, 69.5p, so just under 70 pence each. And of course they'll retain that luster, they'll retain that light, beautifully handmade, and will really lift your design. So gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. 10 of those in the pack. You've probably not seen them before, so don't miss out. And again, they tie in so beautifully. It's the pewter effect. You think with the actual, you know, if you're thinking gems, finish with your pewter caps, with your pewter charms, it just ties in beautifully, doesn't it? Sort of as a finished look. They just tie in gorgeously with those pewter Christmas charms. My star by, loads of you asking about that at the moment. It's coming up later in the show. Alrighty, moving on. Oh, bundle them all up there. Now, my 925 sterling silver findings pack is exactly what I want with my silver bells. So, we're going to honour the naughty 90s did a price slash. So we're going to honour that right now. We'll have a slide, but I'm just getting some of this out. I want to get the chain out. You know I mentioned the heart chain for you and those silver charms. Well, this is the said chain. So let me get those charms. You've got your bells, you've got your Christmas tree, your candy cane, your rocking horse. So in this pack alone is the beautiful silver heart chain. We can instantly, with this, and we're going to reduce this for you. Let me move those bags out of the way. You don't just get the chain. This is my sterling silver findings pack. You get the chain. I'll show you a slide of everything here. But wouldn't that be beautiful? Have the bell either end just to finish it, even it out, because I'm symmetrical, but Linda will go asymmetric. And then all you need is a bolt ring clasp or a little T-bar toggle, and then maybe some, you want to go pink, you want to go gold, or you want to go Christmassy, green, gold and red, or you want to go little crackles, or I don't know, you do whatever you want, but I'm going to give you this gorgeous heart-shaped chain. We're also going to give you all of this as well. I know, should be at least £13. You've got the toggle in there. You've got your toggle, you've got your carabiner to finish this bracelet. You've got your shepherd hooks to make heart-shaped earrings. Get 2 lots of those charms and make a pair of earrings. You've got your jump rings, you've got your, are they my head pins, Ollie? I can't quite see. They are head pins, darling. 4 centimetres, and the length of my chain is that 7 or is it 8? The chain, darling, could you give me the length? I've seen variants of, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. Sometimes it's 9, sometimes it's 7. 7 inches, there we go. Normally £12.95. We're going to bring you the charms later. I'm focusing on the chain just because I think that would be beautiful for you. I know, under £10, and we don't just get the chain, Linda. We get the head pins. We get the clasp to finish it. We've got a choice of clasp, toggle, or we could go carabiner. I can make me earrings. I've got my jump rings. I've got my head pins for later. I've got my chain with my charms, and I'm away.
Absolutely, I was just about to say you're away. And
I'm away with the fairies.
Yeah, you're away with the fairies.
I know,
well,
that,
yeah,
darling.
I didn't like to say that, but yes. Yeah, no, you're away. You've got everything you need there to make jewellery.
Haven't we just? And we've saved us. We should be £12.95 for this cheeky little feature, but we're going to go to £9.95 for today and today only. So don't miss out. 43 pieces of sterling silver. Cheeky, but I love it. Alrighty. Especially with the heart theme and those little heart bags we gave away with the Sutache earlier. All right, staying with the heart theme. Boom, bada bing, bada, my heart went boom, boom, boom. Look at these. Look at this pewter heart-shaped pendant. I know, imagine that with some Sutache, that herringbone. I love, can you see the little links leaning down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within this pewter look to this gunmetal heart multi-strand, did you get that lovely hematite strand in my 5 for under a £5? Because that colour was perfect. You can actually have tasselage draping down. A lovely long cord that sort of hangs down a bit further, you know, with a chunky jumper, you know, bit of tasselage. You can actually have your little charm hanging from the middle if you wanted to, or whatever design you want as well, one of our little Christmas charms. And then little gems either side. Maybe that's your personalised Christmas decoration, I don't know. There's no reason why we couldn't put a lovely big ribbon through that and have that hanging from our tree, as well as hanging from our necks. Gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful finish. And so let's have a look. Let's you know, oh, look at this. A bit of pink there. Bit of pink. Oh, gorgeous. I know I'm obsessed with the decorations, but it'd be substantial, wouldn't it? I mean, there's my tree, and that would be beautiful. Too beautiful to put on a tree, quite frankly. Nah, I want to wear it. I'm too mean to give it away as a decoration. Besides, my tree's covered with Elvis. I'm determined to collect enough to entirely cover my tree in Elvis, quite frankly, Linda. £5.95. I know, we're already getting limited. I've only got a few. I've only got about 4 decorations at the moment, but I want to have a whole Elvis-themed tree.
Well, we'll just have to pop over to Mendes.
Graceland again,
no,
yeah.
Pop over there.
I
Get
think we
tons.
should.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's rude not to.
It is rude not to. Yeah, I'll get the flight sorted after the show.
Sort it. Thank you, darling. £5.95, proving very popular. Okay, on to the next. Oh, now some more gorgeous chain. Again, let's get those pretty decorations out, those lovely charms. And this is really affordable. Not that the silver wasn't, my goodness. It's all, but this is my silver-coloured, silver-plated, I should say, brass chain. I'm very low in stock on this one because it's proved so popular. And you can see it's the diamond shapes, which we know you love. So we can use this as well with our charms, and obviously you get a lot more than that. This is silver plated brass. It's ½ a metre. If you got some of that pretty sari ribbon running through that from yesterday, yeah, that would be gorgeous. But it's the shape, it's like a honeycomb, isn't it? ½ a metre as well. Great in the asymmetric necklaces. Just gorgeous. Maybe a little floating gem hanging down in each one. Could be change of colour, could be the pop of the pink and then the black, or, you know, maybe just one of those gorgeous carved rutilated quartzes hanging in between each one. Those lovely carved leaves that were brand new. Okay, but I'm so low in stock. Little bit of a queue on the phone for that, but we know you love our chain offers, especially when it's £5. We've done the £5 for under 5, haven't we? £5 on the nose for ½ a metre, for 50 centimetres. Brilliant. And it is silver plated chain there. So, I mean, again, you can just cut 2 of those loops for your earrings with those shepherd hooks that you just got in a silver stash for £9.95. Okay, on to the next. Some gold now, some gold jump rings. And again, there's no reason why we can't mix these in with those charms. You know, it's about mixing your metals just as much as it is stain themed. Now, these are already pre-cut. So we've taken the time and the trouble to give them a really nice, clean, precise snip. And for you to attach your charms to your chain, or to take it away straight away, but I'm low in stock. Gold-plated silver, sterling silver jump rings, 50 of them, 5mm each. And again, I love them when I see the girls just bunching a few in between gemstones. You know, not necessarily using them as jump rings, but just as a decorative form of just sandwiching in between the gems. I find that looks so pretty in between gems. It just adds a little bit of gilt, a little bit of gold, a little bit of zhuzh, doesn't it? But I'm low in stock. Very Christmassy. £6.95. Lots of you on the phone there. We'll be joining Linda in just over 5 minutes as well for our second segment of the designer decides. And she's still got to have you've still got one more choice, darling. You do know that, don't you? Oh, that's okay. Just checking. You shout out whenever. She's got one more choice. Okay, darling. Let's bring you something else, whenever she shouts. Oh my word, you always need to keep your stash of findings up to date. You need to keep adding, you'll go through them like, you know, nobody's business. They you know, because you just use them so much, don't you, in every design. And these are just beautiful, but very low. Stop. I'm thinking of the pretty in pink section we did earlier, but if you missed that, don't forget my mega bundle with lots of those beautiful pinks in there, because these are my rose gold coloured gold flash copper beads. 295 of those. How pretty! Just under 300. Round, beautiful accessories there. 3mm rounds. Beautiful, aren't they? DUA Z14. Let's bring you a price. I know, under £7 for almost 300. But very, very limited on the rose gold flash ones. Very limited. Under £7 for 300 there. Beautiful. Oh, let's do some more gold. Yes, let's. Because the thing is with the findings, you know, sometimes we don't always have the ones in again, or we get new ones, or you just think, oh, that was a bargain, where's that gone? Balls. My yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver. Oh, beautiful beads. These are gorgeous, really luxurious finish. Again, just on 2 on the earrings. All the collections we brought you today, how beautiful are they? And they're brushed, so they're textured, so that plays with the light and gives even greater illumination as well. And a solid sterling silver there, drilled through the middle. When I say solid, there is a hollow, but what I meant is they're not like really weak electroforming. They're really strong. They're not gonna lose their shape or bend out of place. You get 3 of those, the matte brush beads, 6mm rounds. Gorgeous. Remember, it's 1 postage packaging for the day, but I'm already limited on so many of my findings, so please don't miss out. My fabulous findings for 3 sterling silver gold brush matte designer beads. KWA R36, $7.95. I know. Absolute incredible quality for such a low price, and that money back guarantee to the 31st of January. So try us out and see the quality, see if you can find better for less elsewhere, but I know the answer to that one. KWA R36, you've opened your baskets, it's not costing another postage packaging price, just to add to that existing order. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's bring you more, as much as we can in the time we've got together. Ooh, Toggle Mania! Yes. And those charms and my mega bundles are coming up towards the end of the show, so stay watching. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Do you know what these are great for as well? Gents cufflinks. Just using the toggle ends. You get so many of these in this fabulous findings bundle. 100. So we can afford to make, and I had those nuggety aquamarines yesterday, didn't I? I thought they'd make great distinctive gents cufflinks. Yeah, look at these. Oh, I remember everything. Nothing gets past me. Look at these. So you've got your toggle and you've got your end, and this is the bit that I think would be great, you know, to thread through the gents cuff, as it were, or the ladies, because I know there's the women's shirts now with the decorative cufflinks. JLG P71, silver plated copper, 100, so 50 of each. So, you know, so we got 50, so 25 pairs if you're doing cufflinks. But so 50 of each, well, 25 pairs of cufflinks you could make, but you've got 50 toggles there. Now, who was the poor person, I'd like to know, that set that out for that slide? Was it you, Ryan? Was it you?
I'd love to say it was.
Was it Ben? Was it Ollie? Was it you, Chloe? She's going to take the credit for it there. I've got to say, nice symmetry there. Very nice alignment. I'm very impressed. Whoever did that deserves a bonus. JL. Oh, Ryan's claiming to it. Too late. Zoe, Chloe's claimed to it.
Almost looks like a flag of findings.
A flagon of findings. Let's bring you the price point. I mean, this is a great, but you'll always use your toggle. 1990 silver plated, 100 pieces, so 50 toggle clasps there and then. And they're so beautiful as well at the side at the front of the necklace, or created at the front, so we see the toggle and then the tassel, or you know, when the necklace passes through. Just gorgeous as well. And on the bracelets, for that charm bracelet, gorgeous, because they're so easy as well for the fingers to get. I find toggles, they're easy for you to put the bracelet on yourself, aren't they? Sometimes the little carabiners, when you do it yourself, it's fiddly-faddly, isn't it? But with a toggle, you can do that yourself, can't you?
Yeah, I think they're incredibly diverse, because you can use them as a decorative part of the
yeah.
necklace, obviously at the front, so you can
Dingle
have your
dangle
opening
chain
at the front. And yeah, they are really, really, really useful, because they are one of those findings that you can definitely integrate in as a really immediate part of the jewellery.
Rightio, we're going to move on and then go back to Linda in a second. Thank you, my darling. We're going to get ready to join Linda for another hour. Take her word for it. Beautiful to use in your decorative jewellery. So we're going to go to the second half of our designer inspiration, the Waterfall cascade in silver chain. You're going to want to buy this, so stay with me. We've still got my mega bundle and my fabulous Christmas charms looming for the second section of the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
The new year is fast approaching and we're getting ready to go out with a bang. You can get involved by voting in the annual JM Awards. Check out Facebook from Monday the 25th of November at 10 AM, where we will release a different voting category each day until December the 6th. Get involved with Jewellery Maker.
Hi, welcome back to the second part of our designer inspiration. Now keep your texts coming as well from our first part with the gilded lily kit and that beautiful headband that we were shown how to make with Linda. And keep your texts coming in for suggestions as to what we could call that design, because the winner will receive the jewellery that Linda makes at the end of the show through her designer choices. And she said she's going to throw in a little extra special, beautiful strand. We don't know what, but it'll be gorgeous. No, Linda, it'll be expensive, into the bundle as well. So keep your text coming to 60777. Lovely. Okay, let me take you through our second designer inspiration today. This is just gorgeous. This is right up my street. I hope it's up yours as well, because it's all those beautiful blues. Straight away, I can see gorgeous beryls looming. So what have we got? This is called Waterfall, and I'm sure you can see straight away why. And yes, your eye has taken hold of this incredible, sumptuous chain. Just look at this. Yeah, this is included in your kit as well. It's lovely open link silver coloured chain. And we've also got the wire in the 0.25, 100 meters there as well. And we'll move on to our gems as well now. Can I just readdress as well with the toggles? We had the toggle class I was just doing. You got 100 altogether, which meant that it was 50 of the rounds and 50 of the actual T-bars. So I probably confused you when I said you could make 25 pairs of cufflinks, because I was just thinking of the T-bars. But that's actually 50 of the T-bars, 50 of the rounds, so that meant 100 altogether. So essentially 50 full toggle clasps. So I just want to readdress that for you. All right. So we were on our chain, which is the silver plated copper chain. You get 10 meters of that. And as I mentioned, the wire, it is 0.25 and you get 100 meters of the 0.25 wire. So 10 meters of the chain, 100 meters of the 0.25 wire. We also get, oh, and this is where my eyes feast, the most beautiful beryls. And they really are, because I've got the whole gamut of the beryl family here. I've got the ice blue aquamarine. I've got the white goshenite. I can see shades of the emeralds in there. I've got a hint of the pinks and the golden heliodors. I mean, that is what I call a sumptuous beryl drop gemstone strand, 65 carats. I'm not going to hide the inclusions because these are beryls. These were formed under extreme pressure and exertion, and the way in which they metamorphosize, they will naturally have inclusions. That's what your emeralds do. Then just look at the depth of color in these nuggets. They are just gorgeous. These are my aquamarine nuggets. Now you know, or perhaps you don't know, but the bluer the aquamarine, the more value there is. Now I appreciate we don't have the total clarity, but I've got to draw your eye to the wonderful iron-rich colour of that beryl, because that really is top end. That's what we start to class as, you know, your Santa Maria aquamarine, when you get those really blue blues, because you can see how light aquamarine can get. So that is a really sumptuous nugget strand, 230 carats. That is just textbook aquamarine. And added to that, we also have the multicoloured aquamarine rounds, and it doesn't matter what the beryls are doing, they lend themselves beautifully to go together because they're all the same family. So we've got shades of the green to the pink to the white to the gold in there. And these are my 6mm rounds, beautifully polished, and that's 100 carats. And don't forget, on the website as well, you can download your certificate of authenticity to literally let someone know that this is genuine aquamarine, and within that you've got the genuine beryl families, and you can educate them about the morganites and the heliodors and the goshenites and what the different ones in there. So you know you've got gems of distinction there in your designs. We've also got the 43 pieces of sterling silver, which we know should be £12.95. We've already discussed that. So for this entire kit, have we got the slide there again, my sweet? This is what's in my little bag here, your little black organza bag. Sterling silver. So we've got the chain, we've got the toggle, we've got the head pins, shepherd hooks, the crimps, and the crimp covers in this one. That's all right, my darling, it's worth the wait. I'll just fill you in, I'll just let you know. This entire kit bought separately should be $49.95. Yeah, so you got your crimps and your crimp covers. That's something I didn't say a minute ago, is it? When we got that for $9.95 in our little findings, fabulous findings. But you've got those 43 pieces of sterling silver. You've got your silver plated chain, you've got your silver plated copper wire, and you've got, I almost said 4 because it's like 4, isn't it, Linda? With that nugget strand is double the length, isn't it? It's actually 3, but if I hold them up like this, you'll see why I almost said 4, because the nuggets are double the length of what we would say is, it's nothing ordinary, but a regular strand. So it's like having 4 exceptional strands there. They're actually classed as 3. So under £50, just under $49.95. But a massive saving at $39.95 for today, and today only in our designer inspiration. How did you find working with it, Linda?
I loved it. I do really, really like aquamarine. I just love the different colour hues in it. And to be honest, I was watching a programme on telly, and it was about waterfalls, and that's what inspired me for this designer inspiration show. I thought I'm going to try and find something that is sort of waterfall-esque. Yeah. And this is what I found.
It really is stunning. Caught my eye straight away because I'm just attracted to these colours. Just have a little look. So this is the one we're going to explore first of all anyway, and then see how we go for time. But again, it had to be because of all that chain, didn't it, really?
Yeah. Oh, there's absolutely
Isn't that is it, Linda, that is exquisite.
I just love the sort of balance of it, really. I know I mean, you can make that shorter, obviously, if you didn't want a longer necklace, you just make a shorter neckline. But it's very sort of bang on trend at the minute with things like the Paradise and Downton.
Yes, very period.
I find that sort of serious vintage jewellery is back. It's back in all the auction houses. And certainly as far as we no longer tend to do these paste versions, do we? Because we can now use proper gemstones in almost copies of major pieces of jewellery, but we can use gemstones in them. So to be able to do that and to create it yourself is a real privilege.
And it is so elegant. It's the epitome of elegance there. And you've taken all the way up through the neck. There's no sparing on the gemstones here. And this is why the certificate of authenticity, I think, is important to your designs if it's a gift or something to sell. All the way right through, using the chain, finish with the silver toggle. So, you know, the attention to detail is paramount. And it just flows. It draws the eye down. You reach those droplets. The integration of the different beryl colours there are just exquisite. And then, this is the one we'll explore with you, but then you also had plenty left over, so we've got a really lovely full piece with the aquamarine here.
Yes, I decided I wanted to do all of the aquamarine nuggets in another waterfall design, but a little bit sort of different as far as the tassel's concerned. But I've still probably got half a strand of those nuggets left.
They are
and there's
amazing,
4 strands on either side.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, my darling, take it away.
Right, okay. Well, on the first necklace, on this waterfall design here, where we'll start it is with the little droplets. There are 7 of those. Now, it's a graduated strand of beryl. So it stands to reason to look out, probably if your strands are graduated but sort of slightly less graduated than some other strands. In some strands you'll get a real centre point one in the fact that it's probably longer and narrower. In some strands you will get slightly larger ones but a little bit more chunky. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
The carat weight's the same on every strand. So pick out what to your eye is a centre one, because normally the eye does come to the centre on a drop like this.
Yeah, so for instance this strand
I mean there's an immediate one there, isn't there?
That graduated,
that nice big fat one there in the middle. And then because these are gemstones and they're beautiful, we don't have to be too serious about spot on sizing. You know, Mother Nature's made these, they haven't been done by machine, so consequently they are all slightly different in their sizes, but you will be able to pick out a variation. So you've got 7, centre one is obviously here, and then 3 either side. So just pick out the ones to you that look great to your eye. Okay, so we need to make 7 of these drops. Now the reason I put 0.25 wire in this, because I know from experience that a high-end gemstone, particularly a teardrop faceted cut of a high quality gemstone, a high-end gemstone, is going to have a relatively small drill hole in it, and it's going to be very near the point. So by using the 2.25 wire, we won't compromise that point, and we'll be able to twist, and we will guarantee it'll go through the hole. Okay, fingers crossed. So we'll make that first drop. I'm going to use this, I'm not breaking into one I've got here because I've got some left over. I've got 2 that I could make into earrings, which I probably will do after the show.
Marvellous
but just to
idea.
make,
Idea.
Great idea, that, isn't it? Because it just is, because Fiona's here. Right, so I've taken one of the smaller drops, but you will take the largest one and start at the centre of the necklace when we come onto that. So take a length of the 0.25 wire. Now, as I said before, the drill holes in high-end gemstones are finely drilled. So you will see sort of a little line through the gemstone at the point, and that's where the drill hole is. So pop the piece of wire through and have probably about 5 or 6 inches on the one end with X amount on the other. It really doesn't matter. And then very carefully with your fingers, take it between finger and thumb so that you're almost creating a mirror image of the shape of that gemstone. Pull it in, so you've got probably 0.5 centimetre of gap between point to point. And then take the gemstone carefully, okay, and hold the wire tight and twist that gemstone. Okay, now twist it until you have got what I call a little breathing hole, just so that the gemstone can move We don't want that gemstone tightly stuck in there because of the wear and tear and the point and the wire. We don't want to sort of compromise that gemstone at all, but we want to give it enough stability to be able to stand like that. Okay, so just a little breathing hole, that's all, between point and the twist on the wire. And then holding the gemstone further up where the final twist has got to the gemstone is twist again. Okay, we're going to twist that now. We're not compromising the gemstone, we're just twisting the wire. Just twist that up to about 2 inches. Okay, and then take off your excess. Hang on to the excess because you can use that on your next gemstone. Now what we're going to be doing with this one, we're going to be wrapping it directly onto the chain. So in preparation for doing it, prepare all 7, but just prepare, and I'll demonstrate this now, just prepare half of a wrap loop. So when you're ready to go to assemble, all the components are there readily assembled, and you can just literally make it. You haven't got to keep stopping, losing your count on the chain links that you're going to be doing to make a loop or another wrap gemstone to attach. So get the components ready first. Take the round nose pliers and just go again within about 1 millimetre of the top of the gemstone so that you can see the twisted wire, you can see the gemstone. Don't put it right to the point on the gemstone. And then gently push that wire away from you, and then holding the gemstone, flick your wrist round away from you, clamp it back in again, and then bring it back over the top. Now I would continue that to make a wrap loop to bring it round that sort of access there, but that's the point I'm going to leave it. Okay, so we leave that one there. Now you need to make 7 of those, so we'll bear in mind you've made your 7. So the next part to make is the lower drop chain. That's with all of those teardrop barrels on. So this is one I prepared earlier up to the point of which I've got a center one. Let me hold it like that. I've got a center one, and there you go. I've got a center one and 2 either side. Now attach the center one first. I'll show you how to when I put the 2 on either end now. Attach the center one first on the link. Make sure you've got a good length of chain, because in between each of those drops are 12 links of chain. Each drop is on the 12th link. Okay, so affix the first one in the center first, and then go out 12 links to the next, and then 12 links to the next, fixing them onto the 12th link. Now how to fix them is by taking that drop that you've made earlier, which has got a half wrap loop already prepped on it. Obviously you've got your center one on, so if we imagine that to be our center one, okay, and then we count the next chain, not the one that's actually hanging on the link, not that link, but we count 12. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. Now that very 12th link, take that half wrapped beryl, pop it through the link, okay, and hold on to the gemstone to make sure that that's completely fixed, okay, and then take the round nose pliers, holding onto the wire now, and pop the round nose pliers back into that half loop. Okay, now keep really quite gentle about this. Bring that excess down towards the perpendicular from the drop, and then very gently take that wire around. It's 0.25, very easy to use. It's twisted, so basically now it's 0.5. Okay, bring it down, but still let that don't bring it down onto that triangle that we've got between the gemstone and the wire, because you'll again inhibit that movement on the gemstone.
Are you using your round nose there?
I'm using my round nose pliers there.
We'll get some up of those on the bottom of the screen. I was just thinking in case.
Yeah, you need round nose, nice flat nose, and your cutters on this.
Oh right, okay. So we'll get some of these up on the actual bottom of the screen.
So that's how we attach our gemstones. Okay, so I'll just do the one on the other side because I've one I've made earlier. So again, we've got half a wrapped loop. We'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 12th one, pop it through that link Why I've kept, as I say, the whole thing I've kept delicate. I've kept delicate chain, delicate wire, delicate gemstones.
I was going to say, would 0.4 be too much, or?
It's just a matter of choice. I mean, 0.4 won't be, but we are twisting, so that 0.4.
It's going to get bulkier.
I can't guarantee it'll go through a gorgeous teardrop faceted gemstone, but I know 0.25 will. And when you've twisted it, it ends up as more than 0.4 anyway. It's 0.5.
Of course.
So again, pop the round nose pliers in, bring that down onto that perpendicular, wrap round until you meet that triangular effect, giving that gemstone some movement, and cut off your excess. So now we have got our bottom row basically of gemstones. Okay, so it went like that. There you go. Now what we need to do now is we need to, as on all of the chain links that we're going to do, we need to count off 12 links on both sides. So 3, 6, 9, 12, okay? And cut the chain. Very simple. Just pop your cutters through, slip off that link. So we've got 12 on each end. Okay, the whole thing is a bit numerical, but it works because of the numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So allow yourself 12 on each end and 12 in between each drop. So that's the bottom ready and finished. Then we're just going to slightly alter the whole thing. We're going to come on to now, which is the very first drop on the necklace, which is that one there, and that has got 6 aquamarines dropped from the chain, but we're using head pins. Okay,
that's our first
so prep yourself that. So what we need to do exactly the same, but with a head pin. We're going to go all the way through the gemstone. So we've got some basic techniques. This is the thing about jewellery making. We're basically, all I'm using are very simple techniques, very basic techniques that are all in the free magazine that gets sent out to with every new order, and it will enable you to make quite complex or pretty or multi-technique designs, but all the techniques are simple. That's why I keep saying, you know, just learn those basic techniques and then you can make anything at all. So again, exactly the same sort of idea. We pop the aquamarine onto the head pin until it stops on the lovely little silver ball ending. Pop the round nose pliers in, and then again, push it away from yourself, flick the wrist round, bring it over. And again, that's half a wrap loop, okay? So you need to make 6 of those for the top layer and 3 of those for the bottom layer. So you're going to make 9 of those little units. Okay, so 9 head pin units. And then once you've made those, in exactly the same way as I demonstrated on the teardrop level, take a piece of silver chain and attach in exactly the same way as I've just showed you. Pop it through each of the links in exactly the same way, but we need on this one we need 10 links. Okay, there's 10 links, so it's 10 links in from the beginning, 10 links at the end, and then on every 10th link pop one of those little head pin units. Okay, that's row 1, and then exactly the same on row 2, 10 links again with 3. Okay, so we've got 3 of the little head pin drop units on there. So we've put 7 of the teardrops on the bottom with 12. I did say 12, didn't I? Yes,
you did say
12.
12.
That's right.
12. Yeah.
On the bottom one it's 12 with the teardrop drops, and then on the first level and the second level it's 10 links on every 10th link and a 10 link excess on each end, the head pin units. Okay, so that's done. Now the next thing to do is to do the neckline, which is exactly the same as those previous 2 rows I've just mentioned, which is taking 5. Okay, we have 5 links in now, but we're going to ring the changes somewhat. We're going to use the wire again. It's going to have a similar look to the drops, but this time we're going to use them as links. Okay, so to make those links, again it's every 10 units. So we take the 0.25 wire, and take the round nose pliers, and we're going to complete one wrap loop on this one. Okay, so push away, flick of the wrist, bring it round, and then you've got like a little half circle. Pop the bottom prong of the round nose pliers in there, okay, and then take that excess, push it up to that bottom prong to make a nice wrap. Trust me, you might be thinking that 0.25 is not strong enough, but it is. I promise you it is. This is lightweight chain. It's very pretty.
The beryls themselves are very light,
I want to keep
anyway,
everything
aren't they?
really, yes, everything very, very delicate, and it works. I've worn that necklace just to test my own theory, to be honest. So we've done that one finished wrap loop on the end of there. So we then pop on the gemstone and let that drop down to the wrap loop. Okay, let that drop down to the wrap loop on the wire, which is going to stop it, and then we need to then do a half wrap loop. So round those pliers in, push away, flick your wrist round, bring it back. Okay, now at this point I'm taking my pliers out and I'm going to chop off my excess, not my exit, my excess, right? And at this point, now this is what we're going to do. We're making this link here. And just to sort of go back a little bit, just to show you exactly what it is that we're making. Okay, so we've got a rosary chain basically linked with chain and gemstone. So that half wrap loop that we've just done, we need to take, if you imagine this now, I'm taking 10 links of chain, cut your 10 links of chain and pop that unfinished wrap loop into the first part of the chain. Okay, pop your round nose pliers in and sandwich the chain in down to the gemstone. Okay, and then take off your excess.
All of the tools that Linda's using are in the large toolkit as well. We do have the smaller one as well, which is fine, but I would just put up the graphics at the bottom of the screen there for the large toolkit, which has the extras like the crimpers in there, so that's $15.95. Just a great set to have, as well as the little one as well, if you don't mind me saying so. We can get that little one up there for you as well if you're just starting as well for $9.95. So just watch out for the code on the bottom there.
So at this point now, we've got a wrap loop connector on the end of the chain, and then we've attached it to 10 links of chain. Now that is my first component of the neckline piece, coming from the clasp end, if you see what I mean. That's from the top of the necklace down. So the next thing I need to do is to attach another link onto that. So what I'm going to do is take another piece of the chain, a piece of the wire, and do a half wrapped loop. Push it away, flick the wrist round, half the way through, okay? And now that excess chain there is pop that on, okay? So we've popped that on now, so we're now starting to link. Pop the round nose pliers back in, finish off the loop, take off the excess, pop your gemstone on. You can see how it works. It works now. It's just connecting gemstone and chain by wrap loops. Let that drop down, and we're now working away around the neckline. You can see how it's coming. Pop the round nose pliers in, make half of a wrap loop. The next thing to do now is obviously going to be chain, and then pop on 10 more links of chain, let that drop down to the gemstone, pop the round nose pliers back in, twist around, take off the excess, okay, and you can see where we're coming from now, okay? We're now literally getting, let me do it the other end, so we're now literally forming our neckline piece. So you need to have a piece of that with 5. Let's just get this.
How many have we got? Yeah,
Okay.
that was going to be my question actually. How many have we got? Yeah.
There's 5, and then I'm going to add a connector.
Right.
Okay, so you end up with it looking as if it's got 6, but you can shorten it if you want to shorten it.
Yes, that's true, isn't
or
it?
you
However,
can lengthen it by exactly the same method, just using more gemstones and chain, of which you've got absolutely tons of. So I've done 4 drops and I've got a 10 link chain on either end. So you've obviously got to make 2 of those.
We're just going to get a price up for you. Sorry to interrupt you, Linda. We're just getting limited in stock. Should be, what did I say it should be? Should be over, what's the price, darling, again? I've forgotten already. Should have been $49.95 and it's 30. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. If you could bring the price on, people might have a chance. It's disappeared.
Oh,
I'm
gosh,
sorry to
yeah,
interrupt
it
you.
has as well,
Thank
yeah.
you. So it should have been $49.95, but it's $39.95. And I just wanted to highlight it is getting limited.
There is
so.
another colourway as well, I think we can bring on.
Yes,
as
there is
well
another
afterwards,
colourway
I
as well we
think, so.
can
Yeah.
introduce as well.
So we've now made our bottom teardrop length, we've made our mid length of 3 headpin drops, and we've made our 6 uppermost length of the headpin drops. Okay, we've made our 5 drop plus 10 inches of links on either end for the neckline. Now it's a matter of joining them up. So where's my, that's that. Right, so we're going to sort of layer them out as it's going to really happen now. So remember that we have, there's the 6, with our 10 links on either end. Here's our 3 in the middle, which might sound a bit weird actually, but it just seems to work having a smaller drop in the middle than you've got at the top. I don't know why that works out, but it does. It just I tried it both ways,
yes,
and I got more of a sort of a waterfall effect by having the 3 sandwiched in the middle for some reason.
Yes,
yeah. Right, now what we have to do now is put in your silver findings pack. You'll find there's some lovely little jump rings. Okay. Now these jump rings are already been saw cut open for you. So on the 3 headpin drop length, put a jump ring on either end. Okay. So we've got one on either end of that. Then open the jump ring, and then on the bottom teardrop length, what we need to do is to come, and you see we've got a teardrop that's coming up the side here. So in between those teardrops, we need to sandwich the, hang on a second, let me see if I can open it out.
That's all right, darling.
We need to, can you just sort of show that's where the,
On this point
sorry,
here.
Fiona.
That's all right, darling. Yeah.
And it just goes there.
Yeah. So
So
I just hold that to camera there.
This is a sort of point where perhaps you need to concentrate a little bit more, because we've made all the components. So
This bit here.
with the jump ring attached to the second row of the headpin drops, we need to then attach that same jump ring onto the 3rd chain link from, what's the best way of saying it? If you you know the center drop that you have, well, count 2 drops, right, going
1,
up
2.
towards your neckline.
The bottom
and
2,
then on
yeah.
that second drop, there's obviously another drop beyond that, but on
Yes.
that second drop, attach this jump ring to the 3rd link of chain after that second drop, after it. So you're heading to the last drop, so that's that second one after the center. We need to count up 3 and attach our jump ring.
We can see
to
that
that.
on here, yeah.
Okay.
So there's that drop that Linda's talking about on the bottom tier. We've counted 3.
That's right, 3 between the first 2 drops actually, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's the drop.
That's the
And
only
we counted
complicated
1,
part.
2, and that's what the jump ring is attached to, as Linda said, the 3rd one there. It's the 3rd link after the
So that's on either side, count out 3 links,
1, 2, 3.
attach the jump ring to that. So now we've got our teardrops attached to our second drop of the necklace. Okay, so that's where we've got to now. So the next thing that we need to do is then take another of 2 of the 6mm aquamarines, and now because this is the point of the necklace that's actually going to take, if it's going to take any strain at all, this is the point of the necklace that's going to take a little bit more stress than anywhere else on the necklace. So I took a piece of the 0.25 wire, okay, doubled it, and then twisted it. Okay, now just twist it like you would with a tiara twist. hold it with your flat nose pliers, even if it starts to get a little bit, that it doesn't, your fingers get a little bit sore from it. Otherwise, I tend to use my flat nose pliers. Okay, and then take that loop off at the end. That should pass through the 4mm, okay, like that. So you've actually effective now, you've got 0.5 wire there. And just all you have to do now is to make half of a wrapped loop there and attach that to the 6 component link chain, the one that you've got left that's completely left on its own. Take the end of that chain and pop that into that, let me turn it around that way, that half loop that you've just made. Okay, we'll keep that on, but actually we don't need that on at this point. And then also the excess that you've got on the 2-part chain that you've just created. I'll put all these instructions onto Facebook or onto the website for the assembly if you like. Pop that very last one on, okay, and then also pop on the last link of the neckline piece as well. So you've got all 3 components attached. Pop your round nose pliers back in, I should have left a bigger length there, and make your loop there. Okay, we'll take that excess off. Okay, and then bearing in mind that should be twisted all the way up, which you can now do by hand by doing it like this, is just pop on another component. Actually, I think I've done that the wrong way around. No, I've done that the wrong way around. Let's rewind on that one. No, let's rewind on that one. Sorry, don't attach.
Okay,
no, don't attach the neckline piece on that one. Okay? Attach the neckline piece. We'll take that one off. It'll come off beautifully there. But so we've got the double chain with your drops on and your 6 components. You've got your top tier of 6, okay, and you've got your wrapped loop that's attached to all of those components. That's the double chain and the 1 chain of your base drops. Yeah. Okay, pop on when you've wrapped all of those onto those two chain drops there. Okay, pop that on to that wrap loop that's holding onto that, and then create another half wrap loop. Now that's just come off.
It's live TV, it always happens.
It is live TV. Should we just do that again? We've got time, haven't we?
We have, darling.
We can quickly do that.
I was just thinking how pretty the charms would look on this, hanging from the necklace as well.
They would look stunning.
Shall I bring on the other colourway if that's all right?
Yeah, that's
and then
fine.
We can readdress.
Yeah, we can readdress it.
Pick up from where we left off. Now this is obviously put together by gorgeous Linda, and it's called Purple Velvet. So it's keeping in theme what we've already designed, but obviously just changing the colours. So we have got, let me take you through what we've got, and then we'll pick up from where we left off and readdress. We'll go over the common ground so we can all start from the same point again. These are just sumptuous. Look at these amethysts, they're beautiful. So this will create your teardrop tier, as Linda's been talking about. The beautiful amethyst graduated drops, 95 carats. Just look at the quality of those. Absolutely beautiful. We've also got the purple and yellow coloured quartz nuggets. So this would, it gives you the appearance, yes, the beautiful ameturine, because it's just that your yellow ones are yellow and your purple ones are purple. So it's a mix of the two there, but mix them together and it looks like your ameturine from Bolivia, doesn't it? 290 carats. Then we've also got these sumptuous cultured pearls as well. So whereas we had the beryl rounds, we've got the sumptuous pearls for the rounds on the top tier and for the side of the necklace, if you're emulating this design in a different colour. So these are my gorgeous purple cultured pearls, and these are about 8mm actually. Then, but that was our silver, so we've got our gold chain, our gold coloured chain. You get 10 metres of that gold gold-plated chain, as it were. our gold-plated chain. Then we've also got our gold 0.25 wire. That's our gold 0.25 wire. 100 meters. And then we've also got these beautiful, I love these, I don't know where you find these, Linda, but these are gorgeous.
Aren't they cute?
Now, what I love is they've kind of got, and I love, we've got the kind of, got the indentation for the snipping. So I'm going to show you two here. So can you just, I don't know if you capture that on camera there. Yeah, thank you, darling. Can you see, so we can actually, we've got an area there that we can actually snip. If I show you that one there and cut away, or you can leave completely. These are my gold flash copper hexagon clasps, and you get 5, is it 5 of those, darling? Would you just double check? No, 10. You get 10 of those, thank you. So you can either leave them closed, or there is the indentation there to snip. Reminds me of a very famous G&C design, that. So to get 10 of those gold flash copper hexagon clasps, they're 18mm, your amethyst, your cultured pearls, your yellow and purple quartzes, your gold plated chain, and your gold copper wire 100 meters. So we can emulate everything in this kit that Linda's designing, but in the purple velvet. So where were you thinking with the clasps?
I just on the back as a clasp.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought
didn't think about that.
This particular colourway is a slightly heavier look.
Yes.
Than the aquamarine and the beryl one.
Right.
So I might have found the clasps. I thought, wow.
But use it as a clasp, right?
Yeah,
okay,
yes,
yeah.
actually that's what it is. Yeah, use it as a clasp. I
was thinking decoratively, but yeah.
You put them in like that. Of course you can use them as decoration, but they are meant to be a clasp, and I just think they give a lot of interest to the back of the neck.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And worked better with that slightly heavier, more bold look with that fantastic purple.
Oh, beautiful with that fantastic purple. Yeah, like you said. We'll get a price up for you, and then we'll continue with the demonstration. Oh, this amethyst is beautiful.
The amethyst is superb, isn't it?
Actually, this is coming in as separate components because, of course, we've got the pearls here and we've got all that gold in there, and the gold flash. So this would be £52, £51.70. But for our purple velvet, even though it's a little bit more than our other kit, it's separately bought from Jewellery Maker, we're actually going to meet and measure the price exactly the same, $39.95. So even, if you're going along your own design thoughts there, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking kit anyway, and huge savings, under £40. £52 it should be. But TSG C30. So you're just thinking of, like you said, the gorgeous clasp there, bolder at the back.
I mean, I think the design, as far as a vintage look, will still work really, really, really well with that purple. But because it's a bolder colour, because it's a bit more rich in colour, it's probably perhaps a different person would go for the purple. Although having said that, I'd go for both.
Linda.
Yeah. But the amethyst is superb with the gold. So I wanted a gold colourway, and I thought, well, that's the gemstone for it then. So those clasps I thought were so unique.
I love those. I'd kind of be tempted to have those hanging down and maybe little nuggets.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
So decorative.
Yep, that would be lovely.
Right, my darling, we'll leave that up on the screen and we'll pick up from where we left off.
We'll rewind.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
Okay, so zip, we've rewound. So we've attached the drops to the chain that's got the 3 headpin components using the jump ring. We've then moved up of that double to the end of that row, which has got 12 links of chain. We then need to pop on the first row of the headpin components to the neckline, along with the double row that we've just put together. So to do that, as I say, I've just twisted the 0.25 wire into, basically folded it into 2 and then twisted it, so we're ending up with nigh on 0.5. So that we've just got a little bit more strength there, because that is the only part of the necklace that will take, because it's got the drops coming from it.
It's taking the most weight,
and the neckline, obviously, but it's just, it'll be fine. So what we need to do then is to make our half loop that I've just showed you with the twisted chain. Take that 12th link of the bottom. Let me just pick that one off a little bit. Take that 12th loop end of the 2 chain component, and pop that on to that half wrapped loop. Then take the 6 chain component link with the head pins and pop that on as well, okay? And then holding the wire, pop your round nose pliers back in gently and complete your wrap loop. Okay, just complete that wrap loop. Take off your excess. Okay, and then, which is where I went slightly wrong before, at this point now we've got our excess of the twisted wire. Pop on one of the aquamarine onto that, okay, let it drop down, and then pop the round nose pliers back in, create another half loop, okay, and then at this point now is where we take the neckline piece, which has got the 5 aquamarine connectors to the chain, and pop that connector on to that half wrapped loop, the round nose pliers back in, okay, and twist that around, take off your excess. Take a little bit longer than I am to do it, just for the neatness. Now if I hold on to, you might want to take that off altogether if you would, so that we can see it with the other side on. But now we've got the bottom line and the top line connected to the neckline piece. See, there's the neckline piece.
Yes.
The bottom, that's a little bit sort of untidy at the moment, but it won't be as soon as the other neckline piece.
Yes, so
and
evened
just
up.
do exactly the same on the other
Right,
side.
yeah.
Make another connector and attach the neckline to the 2 base components that you've made up. And then all you have to do then is to add a clasp on the end. Now to add the clasp, I've got this lovely little silver toggle clasp. Again, with the jump rings, we just separate those jump rings. Okay, so very simple techniques that we use in all sorts of jewellery making, but can end up making quite, what can look quite a complex piece. Pop that jump ring onto the last link of chain of the neckline. It will go through, trust me. There it is. Okay, just literally pop it onto that last 10 links, and then pop half of your toggle clasp. Oh, my voice is going again. Pop half of the toggle clasp. I might squeak in a minute. Pop half of the toggle clasp on and close up, and then obviously on the other side of the neckline, another jump ring with the T-bar clasp, which is here, and then that's the complete necklace done. What you can do with a design like this as well, which looks really, really pretty, when you're making the initial components and you're making your drops, it might be quite a nice idea to make a 10-link double connector like you've got on your neckline. So do another 10-link drops and a final 10-link, and then add on another of the teardrop connectors that we made in the very first thing we made was those teardrops.
Oh yes,
for the
first two.
and then simply, if you've made that, I've got something we can use here. So if you've made that, let's finish that off. We can then, by the time we get to our clasp, by the time we put the T-bar on, we've made this component, and then we can have a bit of a Nicole Kidman moment.
Oh, draping down the back line. Yes, beautiful.
Onto the back, literally, if we turn that round.
Yes,
and
love
just attach that to the back of your necklace.
Touch of elegance.
Okay,
there.
you can go as long as you like. You can double it back on itself as like a connector chain, but that just gives some real pretty detail at the back, especially for something if you're going to a really posh function and you've got a beautiful backless necklace. The idea for this came from a lady I saw on Saturday night. She got a sort of a V-shaped backdrop necklace. A backdrop dress. You know how the V's go right into till it gets a bit rude. And then she'd got this long chain coming down. I thought, oh yes.
That's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Is it possible just to?
I can talk through that one. Yeah, that one's that's really quite simple.
Thank you, darling. Because I've still got just under quarter of an hour, darling.
Right, with the this other necklace, all I did was I got the nuggets, okay, and I literally took 4 different lengths of beading thread and threaded up 4 lengths of beading thread till I got to about, I think it's probably about 3 inches to the center point there, just in there, that center point. And then I put a little crimp, bringing all 4 together, okay? And then I re-threaded an excess over this side of another 4, okay? And then when we got to the, so in other words, we have now got 4 lengths of beading thread, or the monofilament. Monofilament also works really well. 4 lengths of it, but in the center point, determine which is going to be your center point. That's always determined by the length of the necklace. And just pop all 4 lengths of beading thread through a crimp bead. Crimp it down and then mirror image up the other side. Then when you've done that, all you need to do at either end is to another crimp bead, pop the beading thread back into the crimp bead, and then before you return it, put your crimp bead on, before you actually return it through, trap the chain.
Got it, yeah.
Trap
Loop
the
it
chain
through.
into the loop. Bring the thread back through the crimp bead, and probably through a couple of these nuggets here, it doesn't matter in which row you do it on, and then compress the crimp. And there, you in the silver findings pack, you will find, I haven't used them on this because I'd used them up on a pair of earrings that I left at home, which I apologise for, but I knew Fiona was on. But there are crimp covers, and pop the crimp covers over there. And then the centre point here, again, using the chain, you can see there's the chain draping from here, is I just made several drops of chain. Now on this one here, you can see on that one there, I've actually used the wire, the 4mm wire. I've done really sort of rough little coils on the end of the wire to stop, act as a stopper for my nuggets, okay? Because that, to me, looks quite pretty. I quite like the look of that. As long as they're not ragged edges that they're sticking out, they won't catch. Just do little random coils. They don't have to be the same. They will act as a stopper on the nugget. And then literally, as we've showed just on the previous demonstration, just wrap loop straight onto a chain, just as many as you want. I think I've probably got 4, would you believe, 4 or 5 nuggets per link.
Really? Gosh.
Yeah, 4 or 5 nuggets per link, working up a chain to about 2 inches. And then on random chains, I've just put 1, I've put 2 on another one, and then that's got jump ringed on over that crimp at the very centre. I've jump ringed that drop onto. Okay, and then this here is simply the aquamarine nuggets, which are threaded onto monofilaments and then wrapped around, and then a little tied knot, because with the joy with monofilament is the knots, you won't distinguish them at all.
Yeah.
So that is just a little wrap ring with a knot, which basically just hides that little centre, but it doesn't matter too much, because all you've got in there is a silver jump ring and a silver crimp. Okay, that's hiding the mechanics of that. It's 925 sterling silver, and it works with the fact that with nuggets you can make something a little bit less than I don't know what the word is, but I find when I work with nuggets, I don't have to put those very fine touches to it. I'd rather leave them a little bit organic.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I always find that works. And then on the back of it is just, again in the kit, you'll find the lobster claw silver clasp. But the sorry about that. I don't know why I did it. I was repacking these this morning. I know exactly where I've left them. But the earrings were exactly the same as this drop here, this larger drop with 5 nuggets per link. Exactly the same as that, with a teardrop on the end.
Oh,
on the
now
very end link.
you're just teasing me now,
Sorry.
Linda.
On the very end link, I put the teardrops of the beryl and then just attach them to the gorgeous shepherd hook silver.
Well, I think you need to go and get those now,
findings.
quite frankly.
Oh, well, I know exactly where I've left them as well. Exactly where.
It's no use to me now, is it?
I was packing up the box this morning.
Oh, they're beautiful.
But it goes
yes.
a long way, and I mean, I
Yeah,
have
gosh,
got
doesn't
nuggets
it?
left over. I have got loads of the 6mm aquamarines. I've used all my drops up because I wanted to.
And so you should. But two incredible designs there just to inspire us further. So we're already getting limited on, this is the one that we're talking about with Linda, that she's given us the demonstrations, the Waterfall inspiration, YQGC24. So this is your aquamarine, your beautiful drop beryls, and your 6mm rounds of the beryls as well, your silver plated chain 10 meters, and your 0.25 silver wire in there as well, just hidden at the back there. So limited stock, $39.95. We've also got at the bottom of the screen, thinking of a different diverted route, those beautiful amethysts, those rich pomegranate pearls, and the nugget flavour of the pink and the yellow gold.
Did you say ametrine?
Well, it looks like the ametrine. Well, it's the gold and the quartz and the purples,
yes. I just see that with the citrines going on in there.
So loads of those. The 290 carats.
Wow. I'd love to see
sumptuous.
I'd love to see anything made in that particular bundle. To be honest, it's stunning, isn't it?
Gorgeous, wouldn't it? So that's at the bottom of the screen. Should have been £52, $39.95, and you've got those pretty gold flash copper findings as well. That can be opened out and used as a clasp, as Linda suggested, or left as is, because I think they're very pretty and decorative as well.
This might be the minute fee when I can quickly tell you my quick story.
Yes, do, darling. Yeah, it's fine.
It's just those gold clasps reminded me of a certain high-end designer.
Well, that's what I said.
Very, very high-end designer.
The letters.
And but there is another designer, and I quite often sort of spend time looking and seeing what's going on in the high end of the catwalk industry. And there was a double faux pearl necklace in a Sunday magazine this Sunday. Now these are faux pearls, so they're either glass or they are
painted plastic.
Faux, literally faux, completely and utterly made by machine and made by hand, nothing to do with Mother Nature whatsoever. Faux pearl, and it was a double strand, and it was £1,100. Now that is deadly serious. That's the first time I've ever been really shocked.
I'm shocked at that price.
I honestly think that those are, and they admitted that they are faux pearls. They were beautiful. It was absolutely, but they weren't shell pearl. They were faux pearl.
Well, we were talking about design. I was with Sheila last Saturday. We were talking about Chanel, and obviously the name buys. You pay for the name, and she loved her faux stuff as well as her real stuff.
Oh, I love it. I'm not underestimating
But even one of her pieces were $526. So that was even less, and that's a Chanel piece, which is faux. Not faux Chanel, but faux pearls in a Chanel necklace.
Exactly.
And that one wasn't even Chanel, and you're like,
no, this was another high-end designer beginning with D. But it was beautiful, and I'm really not taking it away from them. But all I'm saying is, if you've got £1,100 to spend, for goodness sake, don't use faux pearls.
Now,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Can we bring on the rutile quartz sleeves on again, if that's all right? I've got them in my hand here, and I was standing next to Linda when Magnum PI delivered them as well from the helicopter. So, and also we're going to get some of those names, and I'm going to ask Linda to choose a winner for our competition. We asked you to text in a name for the Sutache designer headband that she was creating. But we'll bring on some of the names, and then Linda can decide. But here we've got, these were brand new, chosen especially for you. You're the first ever to see them. Linda and I looked at them, just over an hour and a half ago, and I just wanted to remind everybody of them just because it was very quick and then we went to a break. CHG P34, 80 carats of one of the most expensive and luxurious of the quartz family. Carved leaf, so not only have you got that precious gem anyway, but they've carved into the, we call it glyptography, into the leaf itself. And as Linda was saying, some of you might have the black tourmaline trapped in there. You've got these little rutile inclusions which become trapped as it's in its lava formation, and this is what makes it so rare. And every single one is unique and beautiful. And as Linda and I always say, always reminds us of not that we've got any at home, but a Jackson Pollock painting. We wouldn't mind that. But Nature's Original is here on a strand for $8.95. They were brand new today. Now, still to come, we've got my mega bundle. Still to come, we've got my Christmas pudding bundle. Still to come, we've got those beautiful charms, those Christmas charms, which are brand new in today. So there's lots more still to see on the show. But don't forget the actual kits here, the designer-inspired kits. We're getting limited on the gorgeous Waterfall one. We have a little bit more of the sumptuous amethyst with the gold flash copper links in there. And I just love these Christmassy colours, the gold. It's really whether you want, quite frankly, I can't choose between the two because I want to go gold and I want to go silver. But I suppose it's what you have a preference for.
Well, I think this is what I'm sorry, but this is what I've been waiting for. I hope you don't mind, Fiona, but this is my third choice.
Ah! What are you nicking off me now?
All of that. That's my third choice. It's one piece.
Well, that's bending the rules slightly. Pips go, no way, Jose.
If I can't have all of that, I want the amethyst then, please. No, basically, thank you.
She'll have it. I don't want to laugh. I'll turn me back and she'll have it.
If somebody's going to win a prize, let's make it a good one.
Well, exactly. You're absolutely right, Linda.
So I've taken the amethyst out of the last colourway. What I'm going to do with this, if the prize is something that I've been making, can I take this home and make something beautiful? I don't want to rush it on air.
No, that's fine.
I want to make it worth, put a bit of thought to it. So whoever wins it, hopefully you'll like what I make from it. But you will end up with the opal and the pink amethyst. I'm putting a hair vine together at the moment, and I'll make something really lovely, hopefully, in these amethysts.
Well, so we'll announce the winner today, and then we'll get some pictures of what you come up with then at home, then, Linda. That would be beautiful, and anything else that she makes in the meantime, of course, will be yours. So, have you got some names for me? Just I know. Well, just give us a couple. Just give us a couple. Tudor dynasty. Oh yes,
like
very
that.
Tudoresque. Regally yours.
I like that too.
Golden arabesque.
I even like that too.
Lovely.
Well, I like that. I do like that because
loads. He's got a whole. He's writing them all down for me, so we'll decide at the end.
I really like that because, strangely enough, the Sutache twirls are called arabesque.
Oh, she's leaning towards. We haven't decided yet. We'll decide at the end of the show. So keep your texts coming. We know we know you're going to get something beautiful made out of those stunning amethyst, 95 carats of amethyst, and then obviously whatever else Linda makes in the show. Coming up, like I said, the mega bundle. Coming up, like I said, the Christmas pudding bundle. We've got under £10. We've got the incredible charms. Remember the candy cane? These are brand new in. We've had so much interest in those, and of course I'll be launching them towards the end of this next hour. So please stay watching. I just know they're going to be gone. People are going to be buying two at a time because two of the charms are pure 925 silver and the others are silver coloured with the pewter. So great affordability built into that as a result. I can't wait to see what she makes out of those amethysts, but we'll get that picture uploaded on the website, but we will announce the winner at the end of this hour. And this is my Christmas bundle. It's coming up right after this, just to keep you in suspenders a little bit longer. It's those gorgeous vivid reds and golds. Well, it's more of a cerise red, isn't it? It's more of a plum colour rather than...
It is really Christmas Day though. On Christmas Day I think it's nice to wear traditional Christmas colours.
Isn't it? And that is gorgeous. So I'm going to bring you this incredible Christmas bundle right on the back of this. And as Linda said, any of the detailed, the 12, the 10, we'll actually write that up on Facebook as well.
Yes. Yes, I will do, definitely.
Yeah. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with my Christmas bundle on the back of this.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Would you like to try a new hobby? Then why not give us a call on 0800 644 655 and we'll send you a free copy of our DVD and booklet to help you get started. You don't even need to make an order. Get involved with Jewellery Maker.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Using your flat nose pliers, open the loop towards you and take your chain and hook one end onto the eye pin. Again, using your flat nose pliers, close the loop. Continue with your design until you have the desired look. Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 p.m. on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
Hi, welcome back. Now, don't forget, coming up, it's a mega offer for a mega bundle. Here it is with Amazonite and crackle quartz and rose quartz and the pop of pink shell and, oh my goodness, agates and pyrites. How beautiful are those 10 strands coming up? Is it 10, 3, 6, 9 strands? Have I lost one? Was there 10 or has it always been 9? 3, 6, 9. There should be 10, shouldn't there? I'm sure I started with 10. I'll look into that. Could we look into that? Because I'm sure I started with 10. I know my maths has been a bit skew-whiff today, but I'm pretty... no, I don't. I'm trying to remember now. Anyway, we'll find the other one. I'm sure there's definitely 10. Let's do my Christmas pudding bundle. Because we've got those gorgeous Christmas-inspired charms coming up as well. Oh, these are gorgeous. Gold and green, and as Linda said, there's nothing nicer than wearing those traditional Christmassy colours on Christmas Day. But these are just stunning. So we have got my gold-coated hematite 10mm rounds. Yeah, shiny and polished and beautiful, really sparkling. They're almost like as ball bearings, but far more glamorous. And we've also got them in the faceted rounds, but this is more of a bronze gold. Can you see? Yeah, faceted bronze. So in terms of our golden coloured hematite 10mm rounds, these are our, if you like, copper colour. They're more sort of bronzy copper coloured hematite rounds. These are 11mm and they're faceted, so that sparkle, as you can see, is different. Then we've got the red coloured quartz large 14mm rounds. I know, they're just a berry red, aren't they? Just a jubilant red richness there. That is just oozing richness. And we've also got that in the red colour faceted drops 6x4mm as well. And then added to that gold and those rouge colours, we've also got the green. Yeah, beautiful in the green. So we've got the rounds in a different size, the green emerald coloured quartz. Again, there you have them. Beautiful, aren't they? These are, just finding the right graphic for it, excuse me everybody, 10mm 245 carats, and then the green emerald coloured quartz faceted ovals 135 carats. I'll top and tail with you there. So yeah, they are absolutely beautiful, incredible Christmassy colours. Really warming, really rich, really inviting. The gold, the coppery bronze, the rich berry reds, the wee drops. Lovely mix of shapes there. You know, you're going from 11 to 10 to 14 to the smaller drops, 6x4. You've got everything in that mix there. Beautiful. It's my Christmas pudding bundle, LAG C97. I know, rich and effervescent and oozing quality. $34.95. It's an incredible bundle, but so much on offer with those 6 strands. Brand new today. Yeah, a lot of potential with those. I mean, that's not even £6 a strand. Where would your design inspiration take you on this journey, Linda?
Well, most definitely Christmas morning jewellery. That is, to me, without a shadow of a doubt. I do really into sort of wearing anything that you'd be a bit shy of wearing on any other day of the year. You know, on Christmas morning, I think, oh, what the hell, put on the Christmas hat and put on the Christmas jewellery.
Enjoy it.
And yeah, so the whole bundle would work brilliantly. And what I'd do, you see how it's displayed there? Then I think I would do those layers. Literally do those layers, and then perhaps sort of some gold chain just coming up around the neckline. That would look fabulous. You could actually end up plaiting them as well if you wanted to. But no, that's my Christmas, definitely that's Christmas in a box for me, Christmas morning. I could probably whip up that necklace in while I'm having my Bucks Fizz and my croissant. I've got my Christmas jewellery done. Leave me alone on the stairs, and the rest of the day I'll be happy.
And of course, because of 6 strands there, we can make the bracelet and the earrings to match.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. But other than that, if you're not sort of, if you don't want to be doing that, then, you know, as a stash builder, it's amazing. Red's very useful against any colour gemstone. Definitely the gold is going to give you your hint of sparkle for the new year, and that. And green, green is always on trend. Always.
Beautiful. $34.95. I'm going to do a Sutache bundle now as well. We're still looking for our missing strand from our mega bundle, but I am right. There is 10. There's definitely 10 in the mega bundle.
Wow.
I think it's been picked up and whisked away. Now, I'm going to do my winter warmer Sutache as well. And you've got your Sutache DVD, which, you know, we did in the first section of the show. But, you know, if you missed that, this is a great introduction to Sutache. You can go at your own pace. It'll take you through it, start to finish. And once you've mastered that, you know, the techniques can be your own completely. You don't have to rely on perhaps emulating designs, although they can inspire you further. You can start to create your own. So this Sutache DVD, this is a brilliant stocking filler bundle. What we're including obviously is the Sutache in the bronze herringbone and the golden sunshine, 3 yards of each. In the cord, the Sutache cord, the Merlot red stripe Sutache and the golden rod Sutache. We've also got, I know, the gold cultured pearls. How beautiful are they? Look at the size of them, 10 by 9 millimeter. And in keeping with the Sutache cord colours, we've also got that beautiful terracotta faceted jasper, the red jasper. So really like your winter warming mulled wine, or while you're sipping your Bucks Fizz and your croissant on the morning, rustling yourself up some Christmas jewellery. Hopefully this is in your stocking, so you think to yourself, well, that's me sorted this afternoon, and a nice glass of sherry. There is your Sutache bundle, a great introduction with some incredible gems and the cord to match. Yeah, let's get that price up for you. Lovely little stocking filler. Under £25, 2 very sumptuous strands there. There's your £20. And then our Sutache cord, we know our DVDs are £5 anyway. So big savings there, but again, a lovely instant collection of the Sutache to get you started. Isn't that gorgeous? PDGC 97. Beautiful. Love the choice there. Your winter warmer Sutache kit. Beautiful. I can already imagine the designs being made already. Now, let me bring you a strand of distinction now. Beautiful high-end strand. Warming and rich. And just look at the shape. It's not only a gem of distinction, it's the cut of distinction as well. Absolutely perfect hexagons. I'm very limited. Now, if I just show you the profile, you see that how they are beautifully cut. Top and bottom, so the crowns are actually triangular, 6 triangles like a pyramid, and on the underside, so unlocking the beauty of this incredible gemstone. I'm very limited, marmalade, rich oranges and gold. We'll get the right graphics up for you now, and I'll get the carat weight for you as well. They are so rich. The colour saturation on these is just so vivid. And they are slightly, as you can see, graduated. Look at the sparkle on those. Again, I'm just thinking one would make a magnificent showpiece of a ring, because look at the way it catches that light. Or sensational stud earrings. We'll get the right graphics up for you. Bear with me. It's a cheeky little Last of stock. Look at the sparkle. Again, I'm just thinking in the tiaras and the hair combs, because they look like stars, don't they? They would be beautiful. I'm thinking the warmth of those greens and those golds. Perhaps as well within your Sutache, because of the hexagon shape being, you know, such a lively shape anyway, such a perfect shape to wrap around with your Sutache cord. I've also got coming up, let me just show you some cheeky little extras coming up that I think work beautifully with it. I know. So look at these. Beautiful. Just thinking of those colours, those golds, copper coloured, rounds, hexagons. They sound like wind chimes, don't they? I don't know if you can hear them jangling. But anyway, we'll get the graphics up for you now. Apologies. We're just experiencing a few graphical issues. Marvellous. 115 carats, that's what I was waiting for. $11.95 of this distinctive strand of carnelian. You can tell by those rich oranges and those gorgeous reds. That is a sumptuous strand. The saturation of the carnelian is just so vivid. 115 carats of carnelian. FPRU 83. Marvellous. And can we list down what is in our mega bundle so that Pete can find me extra strand, because it's not here on the desk. I haven't put it anywhere. It's walked somewhere. All right, darling. Go on then. What's next? My white crackle quartz. Time for £10. Under £10. Marvellous. Crackle quartz. Was it? You said it's number 6. The Howlite. Marvellous. I actually want to put those with my crackle quartzes as well. You'll see why, because they're like snowdrops. Now everything you're going to see is under £10. They are a beautiful combination. My Howlite, the gem for the sweet dreams, the insomniacs. Beautiful gem. Now it's got kind of like, I can only describe it as sort of the golf ball kind of effect, where it's faceted all the way around, but these would make great sort of snowy effects. Snowman effects, oh, you know, just lovely with crackle quartz. You've got the little striations there, the magnesium oxide, little silvery greys in there, beautiful with silver findings. This is a brand new strand. These are large howlites, and these are 400 carats. And remember, it's going to go under £10. Some of them are just like pure snow white anyway. Or the tiniest little fleck there, barely perceptible. Look at that one. The fleck is almost imperceptible. So some are very distinctive in their patterning, which is all part of their beauty. Let's get a price for you here. DGGP 39, 400 carats, brand new, 12 millimeters, $5.95. It's under £10 section, everybody. It's the wake-up call not to miss out. And I'll bring you the crackle quartzes next, because I just thought they look so pretty. But of course, you can warm it up a little bit as well with the ice white. You know, you could add a bit of heat as well. Gorgininess. I love those. All right, the crackle quartz drops. These are 10 by 6 millimeter. These are absolutely beautiful. Really, really pretty. But I'm very low in stock. Very, very low in stock. PLG P73, 80 carats of the crackle quartz faceted drops, 10 by 6 millimeter. Oh, she's waving at me. Hello? She wants them. She's leaning.
It's just that they're going to work really well with the amethyst I snitched.
Oh, that was the extravagant strands.
That's going to be my extra gift.
Your third choice. How many choices do you have today?
No, I've had my amethyst as my choice.
Oh, okay.
Been really
this is going to be your extra gift?
Yes, this is going to be my extra gift that I'm going to put in to anybody that's the winner to the prize. So that's going to look, I'm going to take it home, make it up into something really hopefully beautiful for Christmas. So can I have those, please?
You can.
Thank you.
Is it all right if I just sell them first? honest.
As long as you don't sell them all, as long as you keep me some.
Oh, you'll have this one.
One for me and one for lucky person who
Oh,
wins.
she's so demanding. It's
Yeah.
all about me today, isn't it, Linda? It's all about me show.
Sorry, it is a bit,
I'm
isn't it?
teasing, darling. PLGP. You don't ask, you don't get. That's
No,
my
that's
life
true.
motto. PLGP 73. Let's bring in the graphics and the price for you, I should say. Well done, everybody. £8.95, under £9. Never mind under £10, but limited in availability. So you have to get in there quick, like Linda. You have to be really nice and quick there. Brilliant. Fantastic. £8.95. Lots of you there. It's a free phone number. Everything you've seen is under £10. They go lovely with those crackle quartz sleeves that we had. Linda, I'll leave them there, otherwise you'll never
Thank
see
you,
them
darling.
again.
Thank you very
Box
much.
number 3. Box number 1. Oh, I want to put it with box number 3. I want to put it with those hexagons carnelian. Ah, these just float. And they've got a lovely gold shimmer. I want to put it with the jasper and the gold pearls that you had in the Sutache kit, because these are my mystic light citrine. So there's just a little hint of honey and then that rainbow mystic coating. But look at the quality of the citrines. Look at the clarity of them. When you hold them together, you'll see that they're almost imbued with the warmth of sunlight. So they're not cold white. There's that hint of the light citrine, that warmth, and then the rainbow of colour, pink to silver to, oh, well, rainbows, there's not silver in the rainbow, but do you know what I mean? They've just got that lovely bubbleliciousness. Gorgeous. And add that to some warmth, you know. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Just, oh, and then, you know, oh, I'm obsessed with these. I love these. They're the prettiest things of it. Look at that. Be beautiful, wouldn't it, the jewellery? The rich warmth. Yeah, let's bring a price on these. Oh my goodness. What? £6.95. There we go. There's our necklace ready to go. I know. So for our light mystic citrine rounds, a big 10mm, they are coming in at a mere £6.95. Gorgeous. What an offer. Tremendous, but I'm very limited in the stock. So on to the next, under £10 hour. Well, not hour, sorry. It's not even an hour, but section. Okay, what was in number 3? Because I've moved it. Oh yeah, those lovely oranges. Yes, and I'm going to put those with the shells as well, and those lovely mystic citrines that I just had out. I'm just obsessed with these. These are beautiful. Don't forget my Christmas charms are coming as well. Are they beautiful? So warming, aren't they? This is what I just put. But we're going to get them for under £10. That's all we need to know. Those with those lovely citrines, those with those lovely copper colour pyrites. I love this. I love those. Kind of goes with my top today. What do you reckon? Yeah? It's those colours, they're beautiful, do you think? I think they're absolutely gorgeous. You've got to get all 3 of these strands. I insist. I insist, you must. It just works. And again, they're going to be under £10. 330 carats of my orange striped agate. Keep texting in as well. We haven't decided on a winner yet. Keep texting in to win the jewellery from Linda. We already know there's going to be an amethyst crackle quartz creation that she's taken home to do, as well as the Peruvian opal and what else did you choose earlier? The Peruvian opal. Oh yeah, and the lavender amethyst.
Yeah.
Gosh. So keep your texts coming in. We haven't chosen a winner yet. But anyway, back to, we know it's going to be under £10. BCG P58. Rich marmalade, orange colours and golds and ambers and honeys. Warm in the cockles. I know. £6.95. Barely bargain. I know. Bargain. Seeing as I'm absolutely obsessed. And they make, look, listen to this, it's wind chimes. These are what I'm obsessed with, and I keep showing you because I think they're fabulous. Low in stock. I know, there's a necklace ready to go. Let me just put down the strand that I'm concentrating on. Or should be concentrating on. Oh, these are gorgeous. And you can see they're all graduated. Look at the way they catch the light. It's like they've got gold on there. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they lovely, Linda?
Absolutely amazing.
They are are amazing, aren't they? They're so reflective, aren't they?
Are. I love drama in jewellery, and that's giving me all the drama I need.
I just want to put a little round in between each one, and that's it. They kind of almost can go between the silver and the gold, can't they? They kind of got the shades of both there.
Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. Can you imagine a tassel, a really major tassel, dropping those? Oh, yes.
Yeah, lovely. Well, you're loving these as well, so let's bring on the graphics. Look how striking they are from across the room. Low stock, my golden colour coated agates. We need more of these. I'm not going to make a wind chime out of these. ULRU 43 is going to be under £10. £9.95, and there's loads on the strand, but look how striking and magnificent. I literally would just put little, maybe 5mm rounds in there. Hold on, breaking news, Magnum PI is back, Pete. PI Pete is back.
Right.
What have you got for me now, darling? You're busy today, aren't you?
Yeah. These may or may not be flown in from Brazil.
Okay. Don't spoil the illusion. It's just got out of his helicopter though, that's the truth. Right, okay. Not necessarily brand new, I hear you say. Okay, but this is a treat for under £10, I'll say. Heavens above. Because the actual diamond-shaped chain that we did earlier and the silver did so well, we've had a gift from above. Are you sure about this in the under £10 hour? Is this the crack? It's not going to go under 10. Too popular for that. Couldn't possibly do that. But because our diamond chain was, we've been gifted from Magnum PI. That is the rose-coloured marquise, gold-plated silver chain, marquise shape, 30 centimetres by 14. Was just stepping out of our little under £10 section. But this is a little gift from Magnum PI in his helicopter, FJAR70. And again, with those lovely charms still to come. That we can still do beauty. I mean, we can mix it up. I know you don't care about mixing it up. Good for you. Why should we? And our candy canes and our pewter Christmas charms still to come with our rocking horse and our bells and oh my goodness. Gorgeousness. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. It is silver. It is 9 inches and it is rose gold plated, so really high-end quality. How beautiful and striking is that? Necklace, bracelet, wherever you go, 2 earrings, under £15. A lot of silver, a lot of rose gold there. Perfect with any of those pretty and pink sections that we did earlier, but don't forget I've still got my mega bundle. We found the missing strand as well. Yeah, it's appeared, it's fine. Oh, they are gorgeous. Thank you, Magnum PI. Go on, darling. A little stash. Go on then, darling.
I need that as well. I've just got that to go take out.
Okay. Love these. One of our best-selling bead scoops. Again, I didn't think I'd see this ever again. Really didn't. Because the last time I said it, and honestly, I wasn't saying it for effect. We were so limited. We've you've begged, you've borrowed, you've stealed, you've pillaged, you've rummaged. Because the other ones I saw, these were different actually to the ones I was talking about the last time, because they were the pewter, the gunmetal, the gold, the silver, and the rose. So these are slightly different because the other ones did sell out. That's the ones I was just talking about. But it's as good as, isn't it? The only ones we're missing are the gunmetal ones. We've still got the rose gold coloured, we've still got the silver, and we've still got the yellow gold coloured. ICAZ 64. So the stardust brass beads and the silver, the gold, and the rose gold finish. ICAZ 64, scoopage of gorgeousness. I know, $8.95. The other ones sold out, the ones that were with the gunmetal as well. They sold out, so please don't risk it. If you love that bead stash, this is remaining stock now, but very, very limited. I know there was close to 300 in each of those scoops. I haven't sat down and counted these, but let's say there's hundreds in there. Okay. Back to under £10. Ah, lovely, lovely lavender amethyst drops. I'm just thinking these drops in your marquise chain as well. That'd be a beautiful combo. your Marquise rose gold chain, your lavender drops. Pretty mixture there. How beautiful are those lavender drops? Gorgeous earrings ready to make there. Each one a perfect drop earring. And don't forget, there's amethyst in the winning design that Linda will take home and do for you. If you can come up with well, we've had some great suggestions, but keep them coming. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show, and you'll win the jewellery that Linda's designed. Not just the ones on the show today, but the ones she's going to take away and make with the crackle quartz and the amethyst. 260 carats of the alite amethyst faceted drops, 18 by 14 millimeter. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, sumptuous quality. And again, on the strand, it's a Fifi guesstimate approximating 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I know. Look at that sparkle. Under £6, my goodness. Just, how many did I say again? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 10 pairs of earrings. When we pay £5.95 for just a pair of gorgeous amethyst earrings. My goodness, that'd be a bargain. But again, even just a beautiful amethyst ring. So it lends itself with that pear cut. There's such gorgeous faceting on that strand, isn't there? It's really bringing out the pretty lavenders and the lilacs in the amethyst there. And a mere £5.95. QLGP24, again, another brilliant stocking filler, another just a brilliant, let's just have it. Yeah, just have it. What's there to lose? A little bit of a queue on the phone line, but we will get to you. Trust me, trust me. I'll only tell you it's limited when it is, but we've got good availability of this incredible bargain, which you are loving. Not surprised, you have good, exceptional taste. Alrighty. My fluorite drops now. These are pretty, aren't they? Just look at the colours. Just focus in there. I mean, I'm just picking this little strand, part of the strand. It's a big strand. Just look at the colours. Purple to liquid gold to mint to a sort of a leafy green to banded to liquid gold to spearmint to purple. And it goes on. My colourful fluorite drops. See? How beautiful are they? It's just, I'd like to show you just the distinctive range. Again, you'll find two that maybe match up though as well, you know, in terms of depth of colour. There's plenty of golds there and two deeper purple ones there as well. So although you've got that range, that you can definitely make a pair out of those as well. But I'm low in stock because they were very popular. ILG P22 300 carats of the multicoloured fluorite top drill drops 16 by 10 millimetres. Here we go. Under £7. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. On average, 25 fluorites standing to attention on that strand for £6.95, but guaranteed 300 carats. That's a beautiful strand for some beautiful jewellery. Yes, come on then. What's next? Oh my goodness me, what a treat. Colour change garnet. Oh, look at this. This is such a treat. Rarely see it on Jewellery Maker. And I've been told we're going to do a cheeky little price slash for you, as if it isn't, you know, an amazing entity in itself from the Songhi and the Tonduru and the Rovuma region of Tanzania. Very little can match the beauty of your colour change garnet, you know, because we thought that phenomenon was only reserved exclusively for Alexandrite, but, you know, you do get similar colour change, you know, under the lighting conditions from greenish blue to brownish red in your top quality, such as the nuggets I've got here. So, originally discovered in Tanzania and Madagascar. It's a cross between your pyrope and your spessartite garnet. There's a little small, in Idaho in America, small little deposit there as well, but very rare in terms of the garnet family, exceptional. But they are genuinely, this is why I'm not surprised these are the nuggets, because they are generally very small in size, and it's very rare to find anything that is bigger than 4 by 5 millimetres, if I'm honest. But yeah, you get these greenish blues under sunlight, the kind of colours you're seeing here. And then if we got the candles out, we can see sort of the brownish reds. So, oh, rare, 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 rare. When's the last time we saw colour change garnets, Linda? 1984?
83, I think.
83, I think you're right there. Yeah. 85 carats of colour change garnet. One for the collectors. And we're gonna price slash. Oh, zero. It's ridiculous at $11.95, Pipster. It's ridiculous at $11.95, but because he's put them in the under £10 hour, we have to go under £10. This is naughty, isn't it?
That's really naughty.
Really naughty. I know you had your eye on these. You'd chosen too many at this point. You can't have any more choices, darling. We're running out of time.
I'm greedy. Can't help it.
$8.95. The choice is made for you. You have nothing to lose other than trying them out. I can't show you the colour change here because once I light a candle or what have you and take the lights down, we'll have the sprinklers on. But just literally move from the sunlight into your incandescent light, and you'll see it, like I said, the greenish sort of the sunlight, the brownish reds, and then the greenish blues. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful, and so many of them there, and they'll all have their own variants of this change. $8.95 DAYY 501 for the collectors. I'd be tempted to have the whole, just make it entirely of the colour change garnets, whatever the piece of jewellery is. Make that dominate, maybe just with some findings. All right, darling, what's next? I love you. I love this. It's just the colour. It's like rose gold. And that is exactly the rose gold coated pyrite. Rose gold coloured coated pyrite. I just think that is beautiful. What is there not to love? That is just so pretty. That in itself, anything, put anything with that, it's going to look gorgeous. Rose gold coated. Rose gold coated pyrite. KKG, no wonder I like it. KKG K77, very low stock. Can I have this one? No. $9.95. Beautiful rose gold coated pyrite, under £10. Again, it's ridiculous, but hey, don't miss out. I'm just in love with this strand. I loved it from the first moment I saw it. And well, it's going to be a brief encounter. I know, tasselage as well. You can't go wrong. Just love that. It's going to, just high-end glamour. High-end glamour. Ruby zoisite from your tanzanite family. Zoisite is what your tanzanite is, part of the zoisite family. And actually, when you get that out of the ground, it's a very muddy green colour. It's only when they heat it that you get those beautiful purples. Some natural tanzanite can be the beautiful purple, as you'll see in our museum, but majority of it today, across the whole worldwide industry, is heated. But this was discovered in '57, and this is again in Tanzania, where tanzanite comes from, and that's your zoisite, the greens. But in this, you also have, you know how Linda was explaining, you get tourmaline, your rutilated quartz. Here, you also get ruby, flecks of ruby in your zoisite, which is what are the pink flecks against this rich, almost like a bottle green background. It is the essence of the corundum family, ruby actually growing within the gemstone. I don't know, it's quite darker against that darkness there, but you can see it once you look in the order all in it. So it's so beautiful, so pretty. Ruby zoisite. Again, perfect for the Christmas, those rich greens. Put it with that Christmas pudding bundle. Yeah, Christmas pudding bundle, it works beautifully. Yeah. £6.45, goodness gracious. You know, you put a bit of rouge in there, you put a bit of red, you put a bit of a splash of gold. Beautiful, goes perfectly with your pud bundle. Gorgeous. But it's perfect with anything really. Just, I've got, look at my mega mix here coming up as well, my mega bundle as well. Look at those colours in there that work with it beautifully. Yeah, lovely bit of Christmas action going on there with my mega bundle. Beautiful. So don't you worry if you missed out. There's plenty more still to go with this fantastic ruby zoisite. gold flash, 925, sterling silver, cube spacers. Da 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 da. Here we go. Flower spacers. These are just delightful. They're so pretty. So pretty. Detailed flower spacers. You can see the detail on them. Little nodules around them. Just give it that lovely, pretty playfulness. So beautiful, aren't they? And you get 25, sorry, I think I said 20, forgive me, 25 gold-plated silver. They're 4mm rounds. The 2mm, well, it's a thread through. Well, actually, they're probably about 1, actually. TKT M32, gold-plated sterling silver, 25 of those to really add a hint of luxury. I'm going to go for under £10 because that's the section we're in. I know, 25 for £9.95, silver and gold. It's a win-win situation there. Under £10. But for today and today only, so don't miss out. Don't miss out. All right, let's scoop those up. Well done, everybody. Let's go for some mookaite now. The motivating gemstone. These are big and they are beautiful. Actually, I'm thinking, did you get the Jasper Sutache and the Golden Pearl bundle? Because I'm thinking this would tie in gorgeously. I kind of had burgundy in there. Or did you get the Sunshine and Burgundy Sari yesterday, the pomegranate sari? If you think pomegranate colours, yes, that brings it out beautifully, as well as the golds. You know, in my mega bundle now coming up as well, there's a lot in that kit that would work fabulously with this mookaite. I'm loving this cut of the mookaite as well. It's a great cut, isn't it? Really exploring. I mean, just look at that for a gemstone. Look at the depth of colour and the change of colour in that one gem. It's sunset colours, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Faceting, front and back, you know, it's a different story either side. Mauves, ochres, vanilla, walnut whip, sunshine, terracotta, ruby red. Yeah, you like that one, do you? Dark. Oochie. Yeah, vanilla gold. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, that one's like tiger. Brr. And that fabulous strand with all of that, oh, vanilla. $8.95 for those big mookaite nuggets. NAPO 76, 400 carats. I like the tigery one. Gotta do the noise though. Never met a tiger make a noise like that. Never met a tiger. I've only seen him behind the only seen him behind the zoo or, you know, the safari park. Box number 12. Don't think I'd be here to tell the story if I hadn't met one, would I?
Thinking that.
I'd be lunch. These are my 925 rose gold plated bead caps. Very pretty, and I've got good availability. We know it's going to go under £10, which is ridiculous. These are so pretty. If I turn them round there for you, you can see the detail there. Look at that, capping a red. So pretty, aren't they? You think that cupping over a bead there, how handsome that would look. Lovely finish, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Lovely detail. Well, your pinks. And going under £10. Just a lovely finish to a gem there. Or your detailed design. These are rose gold plated sterling silver beaded star caps. And you get 8 of them. HZAZ58. Under £10. No, what? $6.95? Goodness gracious. Does it say, oh sorry, I said 8, I do apologise, I can't read and I can't count. 5 of them, there's clearly 5 here on the table. $6.95. We do need, I've not drank enough gin. That's the whole problem today. I've simply not had enough gin. $6.95. Is it time for the mega bundle? Good, because don't forget, coming up as well, we've got my Christmas charms. I know you're all waiting for the star buy. We've still got to have a catch up with the gorgeous Linda as well. So I'll get my star buy lined up as well in a moment, but let's introduce the Mega Bundle. We found the 10th strand as well. Where did he go? Magnum PI, where did he go? No, not where did Magnum PI go. Where did the strand go? Where had it gone? Dumped into a box somewhere. That's so bizarre, isn't it? Because it was there when we started the show, and then it just disappeared. It's all right, he's tracked it down. That's why we employ him. He's been on it in his helicopter and tracked it down. Thank heavens, because I wanted you to have the full quota, the full 10. He solved the problem. He's off to the village of Midsummer's now to sort that out. Right, this is a mega bundle, pretty in pink and pretty impressive. WFG C79. What do we need to know? We need to know what's going on in the bundle. So I'm going to start with my 8mm rose quartz rounds, and this is 180 carats. I'm then going to bring you my 8mm fuchsia rounds, which I picked up a couple of times, 165 carats. So that's that really lovely, pretty berry red. Then we're going to soup things up a bit and go hot, hot, hot. Pretty in pink, pretty impressive. These are my 8mm hot shell pink rounds. Then I've got my white quartzite, 250 carats, 10mm rounds. My pink coloured chalcedony faceted 7mm rounds. I think that was the cheeky little strand that did a runner on me. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Then I've also got my fuchsia agate clear quartz nuggets as well, with the black and the pink, 320 carats. It's already looking stunning, isn't it? We've then got my rose quartz faceted ovals, 100 carats. I know, so pretty in the pinks. We've got my Amazonite hearts, 160 carats. Beautiful, aren't they? Just to highlight some of those pretty pinks and those pastels, which we know Ms. Beckham loves on the catwalk this winter. We've also got a little bit of a blingage, 250 carats, 16 by 10mm. A little bit of extra sparkle. Not too much, not too brash, not too much in your face. And then last but not least, my crackle quartz 8mm rounds are 165 carats. Look how beautiful they are, separate or together. This is a mega bundle, WFG C79, which means mega savings. The reason we put a mega bundle together like this is to provide those savings. And we've got lovely shapes, big nuggets, some traditional rounds, faceted as well as plain, hearts in there, undulating ovals, crackle and pop, snap, crackle and pop. An explosion of beautifulness. 10 exceptional strands. Big savings, $36.95. These should be, I mean, a minimum of £6 each. Should be looking close to £60, but we're at $36.95. It's £3.69 a strand. We should be looking at least £6 a strand, £60. But for my mega bundle saving, and such, I know you love the pinks. We know there's a lot of pieces in there, as Linda was saying earlier, to build up your stash, to do that eye-catching jewellery that sells really well, to create those pretty pink charm bracelets as well, to go with the pretty candy cane and the Christmas tree and the Christmassy charms. Yeah. Shall we do them? Let's do our charms. So you've got your bundle WFG C79. Let's get ready for my star buy. First come, first served, everybody. Let's do it. here we have it, and it really is the star buy. First come, first serve. As soon as we get those graphics up, don't phone before, because obviously the call centre can't help you until they have the graphics on the screen. So be poised and ready with your card, your glasses, your pen, whatever else you need. I'm going to start with the sterling silver so we don't confuse and we know exactly where we're at. Two beautiful, and I've seen these put on the little cat collars as well. Do you know what I mean? For the pooches and the animals. But they are genuine sterling silver, and they are wee bells. Yes, wee little Tinkerbells, and they're solid sterling silver with the little attachment there. Beautiful, and you get two of those. Graphics are on, OXGC 79. We also have now, these are our silver coloured pewter charms. These are brand new in today, never been seen. The rocking horse, how delightful is that? Beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. The rocking horse is so eye-catching, isn't it? See if I can stand her up there. You've also got the Christmas bells, and the detail is on the front and back as well, so it doesn't matter which way round you look at the charms, front and back. Attention to detail. There you have it. Look at the Christmas bells. Aren't they beautiful? Your silver coloured pewter charms there. You also have the Christmas tree with the baubles dangling. So very festive. Get two sets if you want to make the earrings, the matching pair of earrings, don't forget. And we also have the candy cane, which looks so decorative and so inviting on the Christmas tree. So two sterling silver bells, and then the silver coloured pewter charms. So you actually get 6 in total. It's a little bundle we've put together. The actual Christmassy charms are brand new in today. They are chosen especially for you. You have been chosen to receive these today for the first time. They could all go now in the next 10 minutes because they are brand new. So like I said, please don't rest on your laurels. And if you are thinking, I want to make earrings, I want to make more than one little bracelet, you'll end up making yourself a little charm bracelet or, you know, festive necklace there. So get more than one, because then your sister will see it and she'll say, well, why don't you make me one? Are you ready? The price we're going to should be the price for the two sterling silver bells. For all 6 charms, new today, $12.95. We've loved them, we've looked at them. Here's your chance to get them. The detail is there, the finish is there. 4 with the silver coloured plate, silver pewter, and then the 2 sterling silver bells, which you know should be $12.95 in themselves. And a little silver charm, you'd be hard pushed to even find one singular charm, just even one, like this bell, you would be hard pushed to find in the shops. I know, because I've looked, for $12.95. You might get a little letter, but to get 2 silver bells and my silver coloured pewter charms as well for $12.95, it's a win-win. It's a bargain. And then earlier on, if you've got the actual lovely 43 pieces of silver, which we did for $9.95 with that heart chain, or using it in the necklace design that Linda showed us with the waterfall, very Christmassy. And the thing is as well, you could be really clever with this in terms of attaching your charms. You could make a necklace where you can put them on for the festive season, then take them off and then add your drops. So when the festive period has passed, you know, if you make your charms attached with little carabiners, or, you know, you've got your jump rings anyway, it's not hard, is it? Open and close, open and close. So just translate that lovely waterfall necklace into the Christmas season, and then change it back again with some other drops back to your lovely aquamarines afterwards, your beryls. Under £13, going like hotcakes. People are buying more than one. Well done on the website on www.jewellerymaker.com. Now is the time to get them, because these were brand new in today. They'd barely been put on the system. We were given them. They've never ever been shown here on the TV before. They were chosen especially for you today, so you need to choose to come in right now and not miss out. But I promise you, get you know, I'm worried about the stock levels, because people are buying more than one set at a time, because they're thinking, yeah, I want to make one for my daughter, one for my niece, one for me. I want to make that pair of earrings, so I want the 2 Christmas trees. I want the 2 bells for the earrings. I want the bell for Maxine, my cat, or Fred, my little pooch. I'm going to make a lovely, and I've seen it. I've seen when we used to do, well, I did the academy. People make the lovely themed dog and cat collars, don't they? And put the little bell on so they don't catch the birds. And Yeah, £12.95. Jewel encrusted, would you mind? Under £13. Loads of you there selling out like hotcakes. What are we like with the stock levels, darling? He's going to press refresh and find out for you. Selling fast, going like hotcakes. Okay. Yeah, literally almost down to 50% of the stock now. So please, please, please don't miss out. There's lots of you still there on the phone line that are going to be successful. So don't let that put you off. Stay on the line. People are double buying, triple buying, in fact. So there's still time to go to the phone, though. You haven't missed out yet. I'll keep you abreast of the stock levels. So we've still got good availability. We're down to about 50% of the stock, though. So I'll keep you updated. But those of you on the phone, you're going to be successful, and you can still come to the phone. You can still action that on the website. Think about the fact that once these are gone, we won't have these in time again before Christmas. So don't risk it. If you're unsure whether you're going to need 1 or 2 sets or 2 or 3 sets, go for the higher numbers, simply because you've got your to the 31st of January money back guarantee. £12.95. Like I said, 50% of the stock's been allocated now. You've got those 2 sterling silver bells, and then those pretty silver coloured pewter charms, the bells, the tree, the candy cane. Yeah. Now we have to announce our prize winner as well. Have a look at those. They're going like hotcakes. No surprises there. A little bit of queue on the phone, but you know you're going to be successful. So stay there with me, please. Don't hang up. You're going to be successful. I've got good availability at the moment as it stands. At the moment as it stands. Right, Linda. Oh, Linda. I knew I was going to regret giving this away as a prize. So I knew I'd want it. It's not about me, it's about you. Just look, I don't regret it at all, I'm teasing. I've got to start with this gorgeous amethyst. Oh, what a dream. We're going to pick our winner in a moment with the opal. That is just a dream come true, because that just reflects the light. That is beautiful, Linda.
That's twinkling, can you, to be honest?
Oh, that is gorgeous.
So twinkly.
Some beautiful drop amethyst earrings. Little cheeky. She's already started on the amethyst she snaffled earlier. There's more to be done with those. This is for our winner who came up with the best name for our Sutache headband.
It's just a little opal and the amethyst hair vine.
I love.
So you know that they're really pretty.
Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? So beautiful. Whichever way round. I mean, if your hair is tied up, it can go round, can't
that's exactly
it?
Right.
Yeah.
Into a French pleat, or you can actually just pop
beautiful.
it. There's 2 fixers on each end, and you can just pop that onto a chain if you want to, as a necklace.
Could be a very elegant brooch on your lapel.
But going around like a bun or a French plate, or just literally, or attach it to a tiara band.
Tiara, yeah, exactly, and pretty much the same way we attached our Sutache today.
Yeah.
Can I have the names?
Oh, here's we have.
Oh, thank you. She's got.
we have some
sorry, I'll just show you the
names.
bracelet to go with the earrings. I'll just show you the bracelet to go with the earrings as well. We had lots of entrants.
Yeah, that's just the start of a charm bracelet, to be honest.
Oh,
that is. So
okay.
Start you off with an amethyst. What
A
more
little
can you
tease.
Ask? Yep.
My goodness. Coal to Gold, Tudor Dynasty, Sundowner, Regally Yours, Christmas Pudding and Brandy Sauce, Golden Arabesque, Coffee Caramel, Dark Sands, Golden Diva, Gorgeous Golden Goddess, Sahara Sunset, Crowning Glory, Golden Goddess from Egypt, Midnight Sun, Sea Breeze, Crowned in Pearls, Beautiful Curves, Succulent, Super Salome, Sutache, Serpentine, Deco Wear,
Yeah.
oh,
And we have the
Golden
winner
Whale,
here.
Head Above the Rest, Heavens Above, there are
I think we'll keep
loads.
these actually, and we'll name some kits
I
for
think
you.
we
with
will. Do you
these,
mind
yes.
if we give ideas?
Yeah,
Do you mind if we do
these
that?
can be future kit names. That'll
Future
be-
kit names, I
yeah.
think that's a great idea. Yes, definitely. Do you mind if we steal your ideas? So, you announce the winner, Linda.
Right, well, the winner actually is the title that has been chosen. The name for this, thanks Ed, that's Ed's in the building. Again?
Big dog, bad dog.
Again. And the winner is Arabian Nights.
Woo! Arabian Nights! Who was that, darling?
I've just got, this may be, I don't know whether this is an email address, but does Beckham Insole meet?
There we go. Beckham Insole.
Arabian
We've got your
Nights.
customer number. You are the winner. Well done to you. Ed, my darling, do you want to come over here and tell me what's coming up, sweetie pie, in your evening show?
So much. I haven't actually mic'd up.
I'll lean in.
I'll lean close to you.
Lean in.
Exclusive bundles, pearls.
You smell
cabochons.
nice.
Oh, thank you. Those are clearance bundles.
lovely.
Brand new strand of labradorite, second bite of the cherry on your carved agate, and an exclusive giveaway.
Woo!
Can't say more than that.
My
Can't
love.
say fairer than that.
Linda, when will we see you again, darling?
Monday.
Monday. You won't see me for a while. I'll see you in the new year. I'm going off to be wicked and green, but I'll keep in touch with you on my Facebook presenter page. So make sure you stay in touch, and I'll be watching this mid-show. I'll be making sure it's all going right. But I look forward to seeing you in a year's time.
That sounds too long.
Sometime.
Yeah.
Fee's leaving us. No.
I know, darling, but I'll be back. I'm not going forever. Don't
can't
forget the
go.
charms.
No, you
charms are
can't.
low in stock. I have to go.
You can't go. No, you can't.
Why?
Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't.
Luscious Linda.
Don't go anywhere. Big dog, mad dog, with his chest
Yeah,
opens
don't
after
forget
this.
the charm. I've got the charms here.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family